Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
It's like a smack to the jaw, isn't it? Sometimes it's like a punch in the mouth. Suddenly it's time for our Wednesday broadcast. Welcome every damn buddy to the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. We want you to have a good day. Don't we, John?
Like the best day. The best day a guy or gal could ever have.
We want everybody to have a good, if not great day today. And selfishly, we hope we can even play a role in making your day enjoyable. Enjoyable, how do you say that?
Yeah,
pleasant.
said it.
Now, according to the godless, soulless internet, here are the top things that can instantly ruin your day. Has anything happened to anyone yet?
No, things have been smooth so far.
All right. Everyone seems to be doing all right.
Yeah.
So.
I guess I did have that gross yogurt. That kind of threw a wrench in my day.
Well, you had
Was it expired?
Well, no, it was yogurt.
Yeah.
Just in general?
Yeah, gross yogurt, that's just redundant.
I just grabbed one and I didn't read
where?
it.
From
the gas station.
A gas station.
And I didn't read it until I got here, and it says dairy-free. I was like, I think that's a key ingredient in yogurt.
It's a fogurt.
Yeah, not good. Not good. One bite in the trash. Usually I can power through, but nope, that was bad.
Yeah, okay, so there's one negative for Ashley's day. She mentioned it off air. I saw her take a little scoopy, took a little taste of your yogurt, and you said, that's not good.
Do you have a heightened sense of taste? You said your sense of smell is superpowers, like.
I wonder. I guess I haven't really noticed. It's got to play a role, right? If your nose is all messed up.
And you're not going to be buying that one again.
Nope, never.
All right, again, according to the godless, soulless, evil internet, here are the top things that can instantly ruin your day. In an instant, they say, if even just one of these things plays a part in your day, you can mark it down as a lost cause. Things like getting a bad haircut or hairdo.
I'm safe.
Yeah.
I've got really one option.
Not a great concern anymore for some of us. Dana, how do you do it? You walk in here every day looking like you combed your hair with a pack of firecrackers.
Yeah, I do. I don't really style my hair for you guys. I apologize. But that is a bad feeling, though, when you get a haircut and you're watching them do it, and they keep taking it down lower and lower and shorter.
Well, why don't you speak up?
They're halfway done. What are you going to do at that point? And you just kind of walk out. You're like, well, I kind of regret that.
This is not the direction I wanted to go.
Exactly.
But now it's over. It's too late. You know who used to dump bad haircuts?
Who's that?
My mother.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because my folks were cheap, of course. They'd sit us down in the backyard and give us haircuts when we were kids, and every one of them was worse than the next.
My dad would give us bowl cuts before we went back to school, and then every summer shave our heads. That was his move.
Well, speaking of being cheap in haircuts, one time up at St. Cloud State, they had a cosmetology school type of setup, where you could get a cheap haircut from somebody who's learning, the trade.
Oh, yeah, we went there.
Yeah, so we popped in there one time, and I was watching. The girl was so nervous. I was watching her do it, and she kept so not mess up, but take one side down and then go to the other, and the other side would be shorter, so then she'd have to even it up, and kept going back and forth to the point where I had, no hair left, basically. And I was just dumbfounded at how awful this looked. And then I felt even worse because she goes, would you mind if I took a photo of you for my portfolio? I was like, This is portfolio worthy to you? Are you kidding me?
You thought of it as a total nightmare.
Yeah.
She's going to use it on her resume.
Right.
Do you think it's a portfolio or this is just one of those burn books?
Yeah, we punked this guy.
All the people she's punked over the years, and you're one of them.
We went right down to the St. Cloud Mall and bought a new hat.
The top things that can instantly ruin your day, okay, starting with getting a bad haircut or hairdo. All right, fair enough. I'll tell you, Josh, what pissed me off once, where it ruined my day right from the get-go. It wasn't anything that I should not have allowed it to ruin my day, but it did. It pissed me off, and I just couldn't get right all day. And that was when I fell on my face one morning while putting on my underwears.
Oh, that sucks.
You know when you're stepping into your drawers?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my jagged toenails got kind of caught in the underwears, and my momentum took me right down to the floor and just...
That
I
would
can
ruin
imagine
my
you're
day.
just very upset with yourself.
upset with myself.
I mean, it's the pain, the shock, the embarrassment, and then just so mad at yourself for being so dumb.
I get very mad at myself.
You do. I've seen it many times.
And
one time I saw you get really mad at a pickleball net, so it's not always you. Sometimes it's external.
I get criticized by my wife for how pissed I get at myself, and she's trying to eliminate that from my regular routine. And it's the stupidest things, the littlest things that I blow up over at myself. And she's trying her best. I'm trying, I guess, a little bit to correct that because I get really. Oh, okay, so what? I fell down while putting on a pair of underwear, but I couldn't get over it. Okay, what else? Things that will instantly ruin your day, according to the godless internet. The wrong delivery order. You get the wrong food, or your food is late.
No, that doesn't.
That really gets me.
Especially if you're really looking forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really guilty of that. Like, it just makes me so angry. Or if they forget my dipping sauce. It's a game over. I don't even want the food anymore.
You just give up.
Yep.
We used to order a lot of food to the house. We really don't anymore. But I guess I'm pretty patient. I'm pretty patient in that department. So,
Yeah, I don't. If it's late, whatever. But it is a bummer when it's the total wrong thing.
Right, like it's not even close.
Yeah, and
I
it
guess-
seems like it usually kind of targets one person for whatever reason.
Is that person usually you in the family, Josh?
No, luck. I mean, it gets me every once in a while. It's
Okay.
usually my son.
Gotcha.
feel free to text us, by the way, 651-989-9393 if you have a suggestion. We're talking about things that can instantly ruin your day. Next up is having to take a dump right after you get out of the shower.
That wouldn't ruin my day.
No.
No, I mean, it's silly.
That's not a day ruiner.
That's oddly specific.
It's silly.
Not
you
sure
know?
I've ever even thought about that.
Oh, yeah?
No.
Oh, that's entered my mind before. It doesn't make me mad. It doesn't come anywhere near ruining my day. But I remember having that thought a few times where I think to myself, well, for Christ's sake, I just got squeaky clean and now I got to sit down. Yeah, it's silly. It's slightly frustrating. Ruin your day? No.
Millennial Steel Cutter Jesus said, stupid coworkers have to be on this list or the list is invalid.
Well, we'll get there. Josh, you've never once gotten smooth out the douche and you're doing the who's got the cleanest body in the family. You're Porky Pigging the towel back and forth. You feel so fresh and so clean, and then it hits you. Oh, for God's sake, I got to take a deuce.
Maybe if that's happened, it's never really registered as a negative to my day.
Sure.
Anybody ever gotten out mid-shower?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was a reckless person for a while with just about the most garbage diet in town. So, yeah, it's interrupted about everything in my life. You name it, Dana, and that has interrupted it. You bite the inside of your yap while eating.
Oh, and then you always do it again and again. It's never just once.
That's another one where you feel so stupid.
Yeah.
The older you get,
Yeah.
the dumber you feel. You know?
That's one of those, Josh, at the house where I express the anger and disappointment I have with myself, and my wife has to say, okay, calm down. You know, she like I was explaining.
It's one of those things where you're like, I've been eating for 50 years.
Right.
I know where my lips are. Why does this happen?
A headache that won't go away makes me think of bad overhangs is what that one makes me think of as we're talking about the internet.
If I let that ruin my day, I would be having nothing but bad days for like the last month.
You get a lot of headaches?
Yeah, every single morning I wake up with one.
It kind of seems like my wife gets a lot of headaches out of nowhere.
Oh,
she's
yeah?
fine. Maybe I'll suggest an activity that a husband and wife can do, and then she's got this headache.
Oh!
I think she should go to the doctor for it or something.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I see where you're going with that. I almost never get headaches. I'm going to knock on wood here.
I've been very lucky. I'm very thankful. I've known some people like you, Ashley, who they're a regular headache getter, especially people that get migraines.
Right.
Oh,
man.
gosh.
Debilitating.
I knew those were bad, obviously, everyone knows, but I lived with somebody who used to get them, and I didn't realize how bad they were.
I'm not trying to be unsympathetic to anyone other than my brother. But when we were kids, my brother would get really bad migraines, and it was hilarious.
I mean, go ahead, sorry, Ashley.
I used to think that, I had a migraine sometimes until I really got my first one, and like the vision goes out. You can't operate at all. And I was like, oh, this is what people are talking about. Yeah, this is straight hell.
This girlfriend of mine, she'd have to have all the lights out, all the blinds drawn. She'd have to, whatever the one that makes it dark. Mm-hmm. Smells would get her, like there could be no bananas in the house. I mean, no noise whatsoever. She was just locked in a bedroom for a day.
You should have seen it happen to my brother. It was a good time. A headache that won't go away. Okay, sure. Like I said originally, it kind of makes me think of overhangs. I've had a couple of bad overhangs that, they ruined my day because I wasn't able to get to that. We were just talking about this a couple weeks ago. I wasn't able to get my hands on one of those healers. I had to go to work. I had to go somewhere that's terrible. All right, here you go. Someone texted in and said, what? Josh, someone texted in and said, if coworkers aren't on this list,
it's invalid.
It's invalid? Well, here you go. On the list of top things that can instantly ruin your days. Being forced to talk to your annoying coworker. From 5:40 to 9 every weekday, ever since we hired her.
Whatever. Yeah, that's never bothered. I guess I've never let other people bother me too much to that extent.
I'm not buying that. You've never had an instance here at work where you said to yourself, oh, great, here he comes. You know what I mean? The coworker that bothers you?
I guess not. I usually just take it with a grain of salt.
All right. People listening to loud music in public or on their phone speaker.
That is pretty annoying.
I guess I haven't experienced that.
Doesn't ruin my day necessarily, but I'm like, come on, man.
Where am I? Where are you when this happens? Someone listening to loud music in public or on their phone speaker?
In line at the gas station or, in a store somewhere, or you're walking around the lake and somebody's just holding their speaker up and listening to their own music rather than headphones.
Oh.
I don't see that. I see people talking on speakerphone all the time.
Yeah,
you
that
see
too.
that a lot. That way more than somebody listening to music.
Or FaceTime. What are you doing?
Yeah, those right, exactly. FaceTime.
You're not even looking at each other either.
I've been lucky. I guess I don't experience.
Not too many people at the Legion listen to Spotify on their phone.
No. Whatever happened to the trend, Josh? Whatever happened to this gimmick? It came and went. It stuck around for a while, but I haven't been a part of this for a long, long time. Whatever happened to playing your music in your car, especially the bass, playing it so loud that it rattles the motor vehicle? And we would encounter these people all the time at stoplights and in your neighborhood. That trend is gone.
I saw it just happened to me maybe on Monday.
Would you agree that it's way more rare than it?
Definitely. The reason I remember, well, not just because you mentioned it, but because it stood out. Like, boy, this hasn't happened in a long time. And it was so rattly and loud, and I was at a stoplight with a bunch of other people, I couldn't quite figure out who it was. It was too loud to pinpoint the source.
Yeah, that happened to me last week, and the person, it seemed like they didn't pull up really, like, as close as a car normally would when you're at a stoplight. And I thought, They must be doing that because they know how obnoxious that is. How sweet is that?
It fell out of style, that extreme bass sound from a car to where...
It's just the rattling.
Yeah.
It's like the car's falling apart. It's rattling so hard.
Yeah, that used to be a thing, especially in high school, people with those subs. I just found out the other day that my husband was one of those guys in high school, and I was like, ah.
I was one of those guys,
Ick.
but I listened to heavy metal music, so it wasn't like this bass that was insane. But my dad almost killed me because I put a $2,500 stereo on my credit card for a car I paid $400 for.
I was going to say,
Josh.
the equipment that gets put into those cars back in the day was always more expensive than the car itself.
Oh, I was so into that stuff. Mm-hmm. I told you before, I used to do ride-alongs at Audio King. I would just hang out with those guys and learn how to do it.
At least that's good music, though.
For a stretch of time, you had plans as a young person to be a car stereo ninja.
Well, that's what I wanted to do, yeah.
I never wanted even anything fabulous in my motor vehicle as far as a car stereo goes. I was always content with whatever it came with. Ashley, your husband, when he was a kid, he told you he was the subwoofer guy?
Yeah, he said he had a ridiculous set of subs.
What kind of music is he into? I picture him being into Garth Brooks.
Yeah, me too. He seems like a country music guy to me.
That is, he's going to be so insulted. No, not at all.
I was picturing garbage hip-hop.
No, when he was in high school, his favorite, rest in peace, was Mac Miller. So there was a lot of Mac Miller playing.
Well, I don't know Mac Miller. He and I have never had a conversation. So what did Mac Miller do?
It was like rap.
Rap. He and I have never had a music conversation.
Yeah, no, he's not a huge country fan. He'd prefer if he didn't have to listen to it.
Yeah, he has kind of a vibe.
He has a country vibe.
Yeah, mostly like rap music. He likes rock music.
You know what? The most cliche, I guess, country vibe that he gives off is that wimpy beard that he wears. A lot of country fans, especially, well, of course, the dudes, they have to have a beard, and some of them don't wear it well, like your husband. It's a wimpy-looking beard.
I love his beard.
His beard is kind of Team America World Police.
I don't know what that means.
That's exactly.
I've never seen it.
That is the perfect way of putting it.
Google that, Ashley.
He didn't have
America World Police beard.
He didn't have a beard until his 20s, too. Like late, or not late, but probably like 25.
It doesn't suit him. Tell him that we said all this, by the way, when you get home.
I would kill him if he ever touched his beard.
It doesn't
murder.
My wife is like that because she hates my face.
You're worshiping the wrong beard, Ashley. His beard, his beard looks forced. It looks like he's trying to show some manliness that's not there.
Yeah, you're more of a beard than his beard is.
Yeah. All right.
Bug-Eye Wagon Jesus said, stepping in a wet spot on the floor right after you put your socks on.
Yeah, that'll do it.
That happened to me yesterday. I didn't realize somebody didn't pick up some ice that was on the floor, and I stepped in it right after I put my socks on.
Oh, I get yelled at about that a lot.
Yeah, I'll get out of the shower, get dressed, cubby. I don't wear socks very often, but sometimes I'll put a nice pair of socks on in the winter, and then I'll go down into the basement, and I don't turn the lights on right away, just because, and I'll step in a fresh pile of cat vomit with my nice clean socks on. That'll ruin.
That sucks. Few people have texted in that too, waking up to pet vomit or pet feces.
Oh yeah, things that can instantly ruin your day. Where'd we leave off? We left off with loud music, spilling food all over your shirt. I've been pretty good at that in my dining or eating career.
Good at not doing it?
I'm sorry, that's what I meant. Yes, I've been pretty good at avoiding spilling food all over myself when I eat. But I have a couple of pals who do it regularly, and they walk around town for the rest of the day with a massive ketchup spot on their shirt, and it's always funny for me.
Yeah,
that used to happen to my sister, but primarily when she wore very light clothes, like white shirts and stuff like that. It seemed like that's when she decided to do it. How about this one? And I've seen this. This is a good one. As good as far as I've seen this before. We don't have assigned parking but I park in the same spot every day. If someone parks in my spot, it wrecks my day.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, I get angry at that.
Do you really?
Yes.
I've mentioned this before, but we had a coworker a long time ago who he was at KQ, and he came down to the 93X studios and yelled at one of our coworkers because he parked in his spot. And again, no assigned spots, but it was weird. He was such a creature of habit. His spot was next to wherever I parked. So I didn't always have park in the same spot. So if I were to park someplace, he'd park on my passenger side. Somebody took that spot once and he yelled at him.
That's not necessary to yell at him, but I definitely noticed, for example, I think it's been maybe a year now where we don't park in the back of the building anymore. That's where you guys used to park. And so you started parking in the front.
Right.
And you started parking in the spot I parked at every single day for like 6 years.
Oh, no.
I was like, why?
Who specifically?
I think it's you, Josh. I have to think of where the signs are because I always parked in front of the same sign.
Oh, yeah, I'm not in front of a sign.
Then it must be Nick. Yeah. And I'm like, why?
You should have said something.
So
I'm over it now.
You now have to park
I have a new spot
one
now.
foot to the right of where you. There are no. Now, Josh, wait a minute. This guy you were telling us about that used to work here, was this the same guy who got yelled at once for parking in someone's spot? Now, again, like Josh said, there are no assigned spots here. Okay, was this the same guy? He got yelled at for parking in someone else's spot, and when that happened, this former coworker said, "Suck it up, tough guy. There are no assigned spots," right? And we all agreed with him. We said, yeah, that's ridiculous. Why would you get yelled at for parking in someone's spot when there are no assigned spots? And then fast forward 6 months, he complained about someone parking in his spot.
Bingo.
That's
Same guy.
too good.
So he instantly contradicted himself, and we called him out on it. That's that guy.
Same guy. And the yeller, the person that yelled about taking his fake assigned spot, once I was in the bathroom with him, and he's brushing his teeth, and he used to brush his teeth so violently. He hated his mouth.
I remember the violent toothbrusher.
I mean, he was just punishing his mouth. And then a guy was in the stall. That guy leaves, and the dude with the brush in the teeth's like, "Can you believe the nerve of that guy?
What?
I'm in here brushing my teeth, and he comes in here and takes a dump."
Was he kidding?
No. He was just kind of that bad. He was enraged.
The guy who had to take a deuce should have waited until the other dude was done brushing his teeth before.
And I don't know who was in there first. When I walked in, they were both already in there, but he was really pissed off.
That's so weird.
Friggin' morons.
You're the odd one in this situation, man.
A lot of morons have come and gone. What else here in this report on things that can instantly ruin your day? Being sticky. Okay, sure. Your hands are sticky, you're this, that, Johnson, whatever.
Oh, I just thought of one. When an automatic payment comes out of your account that you weren't expecting.
Oh, see, that's not my department. You'd have to talk to my wife about that.
Yeah, I try to be good at remembering when they come out, or like I have a little app that tracks it, but sometimes one just surprises me. And if it's a larger one, I'm like, oh, great.
Even if it's legitimate.
Yeah, I'm like, there goes everything I had a plan for with that money.
Forgetting your headphones at home when you really need them, like when you go to the gym or when you are on an airplane ride. Forgetting your I don't use headphones for any reason.
A lot of people have texted in on forgetting your phone or your wallet.
Oh, here it is. Forgetting to charge. This is forgetting to charge your phone or having it be on the verge of death. I don't know what I'm saying. Forgetting to charge your phone.
Back to the topic of unassigned parking spaces that you've somehow assigned ownership to.
Sure.
This person said, "My wife thinks we have a spot at the grocery store. She gets mad if somebody parks there and says things like, 'How dare that bitch park there?'"
I'm the same way.
Even like at a store?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not serious about it, but I'm definitely like, oh, I usually park there. What a D-bag.
If you've got a regular spot at the neighborhood grocery store, you must come from a pretty small neighborhood. If you think you have a regular spot. All right, we covered wet socks. Your shopping bag rips when carrying groceries. Oh, for Christ's sake.
Oh, I'll punch a hole in the wall.
That is embarrassing, too. That sucks.
Especially when I live in apartment buildings and you're coming up from from parking outside and you're walking in and your bag just it gets destroyed. Your stuff's all over the lobby. You feel like such a dumbass.
Oh, that's one of the main reasons I never wanted to live in an apartment. I don't want to lug groceries upstairs or in an elevator. No.
Scaffolding Jesus said, you know what really grinds my gears? His wife making him late for everything. My wife and I are very different in that regard. I like to be early, and she likes to skate in. Sometimes when she says, we can leave at this time, it makes me very anxious because I think, well, that's ridiculous. What if there's a little bit of slow traffic we're not anticipating? Then we're late. We're completely opposite in that regard.
You're an early guy.
Yeah, I'd much rather just sit in my car if I have to versus being late.
Car problems will ruin your day.
Sure.
Taking a dump in your pants will ruin your day. According to this article, this is legit.
Sucks to be a toddler.
Or you don't have to be a toddler for that, Ashley. You
no.
do not have to be a toddler for that. I'm not speaking currently in this moment. But
Good to know.
I thought that's why you were looking at me that way. No, I'm not talking about right now.
You've been through some stuff.
I've had some problems. And the number one answer for the top things that will instantly ruin your day, well, hell, it brings up one of my favorite raps, one of my favorite rap songs. And I'm gonna dump it on you right now. Traffic, looking for my chapstick, feeling kind of car sick. There's a Ford Maverick.
Do you think of that song every time you see a Ford Maverick now? Almost daily, I think of that song.
No, I just think about that song every time I hear the word traffic. There are still Ford Mavericks on the roadway?
Well, they came out with a new one.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Traffic, looking for... I love that song.
Looking for my chapstick, feeling kind of car sick. There's a Ford Maverick.
That's B-Rad from Malibu. The look that pretty lady gives him in the car when he dumps that rap on her. Very funny.
He was a talented guy.
Oh, but there's no doubt about it. All right. So we hope that none of you have to encounter any of what we just discussed. We want you to have a good day. We don't want you to be presented with one of those things that'll ruin your day instantly. I see a lot of folks texting in with their ideas on the things that can ruin their day instantly. I'll check on that. We'll check on that. We better take a break, Ski. When we come back, we'll go headlong into the stupid news. We appreciate you joining us this morning on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
93X
Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show. Thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
If you're an IT or security pro, managing devices, identities, and applications can feel overwhelming and risky. Trelica by 1Password helps conquer SaaS, sprawl, and shadow IT by discovering every app your team uses, managed or not. Their pre-built app profiles assess risk, manage access, and optimum speed. And with 1Password, you can simplify onboarding, offboarding, and compliance with a centralized system of record and reduce costs by eliminating unused licenses. Take the first step in better security for your team. Learn more at onepassword.com/special offer. That's onepassword.com/special offer. All lowercase.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast.
I am the heel that you love to hate, O'Shea Jackson Jr.
TJ Jefferson, what up? Friends of the show are really wanting to engage with this podcast.
I'm AJ Francis.
They were like, we just want you to cause a ruckus. So I went out there, did my own version of a pipe bomb, and it went everywhere.
Wrestling royalty right here. Mick Foley. Anything that you're glad that it's gone?
Well, glad the chair shots to the head are gone.
The No Contest Wrestling Podcast, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network.
Can you tell them where to find
it?
Man.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Stupid news on the Half-Assed Morning Show.
A few minutes ago, we were talking about things that can instantly ruin your whole day. By damn, we were. Our listeners texted in their ideas. Certain things that can instantly ruin your whole day. Our listeners had things to say like this here, using the porta potty. You're sitting down at the porta potty, right? And when you stand up and pull up your drawers, they're wet at the bottom.
Oh.
I'm lucky that doesn't happen to me. Oh, no.
You dipped them in somebody's pee or maybe some chew spit.
Oh, I'm very careful about how far my pants go down when I'm in the porta potty.
Try to keep them thigh level?
Yep.
Forgetting deodorant on a really hot day.
That's why you got to have a car deodorant.
Car deodorant, backpack deodorant.
Yep.
Oh, you guys really prepare that much?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But, I have a problem, so.
That's true. You've mentioned before you sweat a lot.
Yeah, especially the pits.
Ashley and I once shared deodorant before going to the state fair one year.
Well, didn't you get the nickname Bitch Pits because you use women's deodorant?
Yep, exactly.
It was a bonding moment.
It really was. I feel like we got closer that day, actually.
Can you dig it, Jesus said. How about burning your mouth on pizza?
Oh, that does suck.
That is very painful.
It's worth it every time, though.
Yeah, I can never wait.
Oh, I don't call it worth it at all. It ruins the whole pizza experience.
It is awful.
Once you've scorched the roof of your mouth, I can't have a good time. I can't bring myself back to normal. I'm pissed. I'm pissed off and I'm in pain.
To be honest, I kind of like it because then I can keep eating because the damage has already been done.
That's good.
Sure.
Luckily, at least for me, it seems to heal pretty quickly. Are you guys in that same boat?
Yeah, it's just more an annoyance thing because I've had 900 career Hot Pockets in my life and 858 of them I haven't had the patience to wait until the damn thing cooled.
Other things, according to our listening audience, other things that'll ruin your day instantly, throwing up in your mouth.
Oh, yeah, sure.
It hasn't happened in a while, but yeah, that's gross.
When your finger slips through the toilet paper. Hearing the song Africa by Toto. What are you, a terrorist or something?
How do you not like that really? You know what? I guess
if you're a terrorist, you probably don't like that song.
Maybe just because it was played so much in the last year.
When Weezer covered it, it kind of got brought back, and I think people got kind of overkill with it.
I can understand how Weezer could have ruined it. I can. I've always loved that song. It's got some of the greatest lyrics ever. I know I must do what's right. And this is the line that a lot of folks pick on, although I still like it. As sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. A lot of folks don't like that line. I always have. Probably 15, maybe 20 years ago, Josh, me and a pal were sitting at the house. We were full of beer, and we found some music channel, like music video channel. It wasn't MTV. It was some other bizarro music video channel. And they had a clip of Toto, of course, the band who brought you the unbelievable 1982 single, Africa. It was a video clip of Toto playing live in Amsterdam or something. So this is 15, 20 years ago. So the guys in Toto would have been in their mid-50s or something like that, maybe early to mid-50s. And at this concert, it was absolutely choked with gorgeous young women going completely mental over Toto. Now, if you don't know what the band looks like, neither does anybody else, right? So it wasn't as if these women were there because the band is full of gorgeous men. They're all very average-looking dudes, and especially, like I said, at this point when this concert was filmed, they were in their 50s, and these were 21, 22-year-old girls screaming and reaching for Toto as they're playing Africa and Rosanna and all their big. And it was just, my buddy who was sitting on the couch with me just turned to me and said, "My damn, we need a hit record." Toto had these supermodel-looking women just, ah!
Yeah, I didn't expect Toto to have groupies.
Toto would get some guitar nerds to go because Steve Lukather is such a respected guitar player. And I used to read his columns in various guitar magazines and things like that. So there'd be some folks that were just guitar nerds going to see those guys.
I've seen him in concert a couple of times. I've seen Steve Lukather play with the Ringo Starr All-Star Band. And the guy is terrific. I'm sure he is one of the most influential guitar players of all time. You want to know how sure I am of that, Josh?
How sure?
As sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti.
That's pretty sure.
You know what? I didn't realize this, but people are texting in with disdain for Toto and Africa.
We're surrounded by terrorists.
I didn't know they were disliked. I didn't know this was a band that divided folks. I thought they were kind of universally liked, or at least people thought, yeah, they're okay. Guess not.
I don't care to hear from those people. A lot of you don't like it, which is concerning. Try Jane, then. Or Rosanna. If you don't like Africa, try Jane. Try Hold the Line.
Oh, we got a couple texts on Hold the Line.
Yeah, it's a great song. Great career move, too, by the way, by Orange Cassidy when he decided to go with Jane by Toto as his intro music. I mean, I think it took him to a higher level. I'm serious. That was so much fun the first time I saw Orange Cassidy come out. Do I have the right band? Wait a minute. That was Jefferson Starship. At any rate, yeah, sorry. But if you don't like Africa by Toto, try Hold the Line. Yeah, sorry about Jane. That's Jefferson Starship. We'll get you folks coming around to Toto before the day is out. Trust me. We weren't done yet going through our listening audience's ideas for things that will instantly ruin your day. Now, one of the things we covered earlier was when you make a food delivery or that doesn't make any sense. When you make a food order to be delivered to your home, or maybe you order some other products to be delivered to your home, and those products are late or completely incorrect, right? Got a story here from one of our listeners. I ordered a pair of Adidas golf shoes, and I timed it to arrive the day before I left on vacation to go do some of that golfing. So the box arrived on the correct day. I threw the box into my car, and off I go to the airport with my golf clubs. A day later, so now he's on vacation. He's wherever, Arizona, did he say? He's whatever his destination was. Now he's there. He opens up the box as he's preparing to go golfing, and inside was a new pair of cowboy boots.
Oh.
Not the Adidas golf shoes. This guy, by the way, this listener says, nothing against cowboys, but I am not one. So he had to play 18 holes of golf in flippy flops, Josh.
You should have worn the cowboy boots.
That does suck. Yeah, the cowboy boots, sure. That might have classed it up a little bit. I have to wear Adidas because I have full-figured feet. I'm a man with curvy feet.
Are Adidas shoes wider than normal?
They're known for their full-figured...
They're stocky. And by curvy, I just mean that's how my grandma would describe somebody who was on the heavier side.
I had no idea that those were wider. I should look into getting a pair. I've got wide feet too, Josh.
Can't wear the Nikes.
One of our listeners says, you know what else will ruin your day? When the fountain pop machine is out of Mountain's Dew.
Oh, yeah. I'm with you on that.
Snapping a lace. When you're putting on your work boots in the morning, you snap a shoelace, a bootlace.
Oh, I've seen my dad do that, and that
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, that pisses him off.
And finally, from our listening audience, things that will ruin your day instantly, one of our listeners texted in to say, wasting a good boner. He says, at this age, I can't afford to waste them.
Yeah, it's too bad you couldn't bank them back in the day.
Yeah, you just don't know how many you got left.
Yeah, save one for later. Put that in the bank.
Boop, 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 boom.
So people are clarifying. They're saying it's not necessarily the song, Africa. It's the overexposure. So kind of like what we were saying. Once Weezer covered it, it was the original, the Weezer cover was played everywhere and all the time.
The station I worked at the time when the Weezer cover came out, we played that song 6 times an hour, it felt like.
I haven't heard the Weezer version. I'd like to keep it that way.
Yeah, you should.
I suppose we should get on with the stupid news. We should. there was a little bit of a scandal going on in the town of Shreveport, Louisiana. And here it is, a couple of on-duty cops in their squad cars stopped by the strip club car wash a few days ago.
They're just supporting the community.
I agree. It's a legal business.
I agree with the both of you. The joint goes by the name of Larry Flint's Hustler Club. I've been there.
That particular one?
Not the one in Shreveport, but the one in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Oh, me too.
The Larry Flint's Hustler Club hosted a little car wash in their parking lot. You know, the young ladies with the little bikinis running around everywhere. But then, of course, the pictures hit social media of a couple of cops hanging out there, and the holier-than-thou types have to give their expert opinion, right? The Shreveport Police Department had to go ahead with a statement where they said, this is not the image we want yeah, that whole thing. The folks at Larry Flint's Hustler Club, they don't effing care. They posted how much they appreciate the local cops. And they offered up a special deal for the men and women of Shreveport PD. They posted something or another that said, as a token of our appreciation, all police officers receive $5 admission air day at Larry Flint's Hustler Club, Shreveport. Only $5 to get in.
That's a steal.
They say when you're off duty or just taking a break, we've got your back. Come enjoy the night with us and let us show you some love for all that you do. Officers in uniform will also receive a complimentary non-alcoholic beverage. Isn't that nice? One virgin pina colada, please, is what Officer Cubby would say.
Yeah.
You'd go in there, Josh, as a police officer and order yourself a non-alcoholic beverage. You would, because you love strippers.
Oh, man, do I love strippers. I asked for some for my birthday, and nobody got me any.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Josh once said about his love for strippers, he said, it's going to take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. Josh said it. But he sang it. He sang it in a really high-pitched voice.
Yeah.
Gonna take a lot
I can't do that anymore.
away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. Well, for cripe's sake, this could kill a guy, couldn't it? Up next in the Stupid News Report, a dude says that he rented a car and there was fentanyl all over the steering wheel. Can't that kill a guy?
Well, wasn't it hidden within the steering wheel?
Oh, I thought it was on top of the... Well, at any rate, can't that just smooth kill you dead, just breathing in fentanyl?
I don't know. So that's what I always thought. And then since then, people have said, no, that's a misnomer. You can't just touch it and die. Although, I don't know, you see stories where somebody touches it and they're in the hospital. So I guess I have no idea. I'll stay away.
I imagine, like, if especially if you touch it and then touch your face or something, that can't be good.
All right.
Or if you touch it, like, by putting it up your nose or smoking it or whatever you do with fentanyl.
Smoking it?
Yeah, I don't think that's advised.
All right, so here's what happened here. We got to do something about this fentanyl, don't we? What did I say? Yeah, dude rented a car, and there was fentanyl all over the damn. There was fentanyl everywhere. Happened up there in godless Alberta, Canada. The dude who rented the car, he's pissed.
Canada? That kind of stuff doesn't happen in Canada.
He says this was not a pleasant car rental experience. Okay, so he rented this whip through a company called Turo, T-U-R-O, Turo, which apparently, they say here, is like Airbnb, but for motor vehicles. Average everyday folks renting cars to average everyday folks. That's their setup. According to the company's website, they have millions of users. So the unlucky dude by the name of Chris, he rented a motor vehicle for the day up there in Alberta. He was going to go and pick up his bro in Montana and then drive on back to Alberta. He said crossing the U.S. border was no trouble, but returning back to Canada was. Border Patrol asked if they could go ahead and search the rental vehicle he and his buddy were in. And this Chris guy was all like, I got nothing to hide. Go for it. and they found fentanyl on the steering wheel and in the back seat. Next thing this big, dumb Canadian Chris knows, Border Patrol is ripping his rental vehicle to shreds, and they even called in the dogs.
Long story short, they found fentanyl. They went into every nook and cranny of my life, as well as the passenger's life, thinking that we were drug dealers or drug smugglers. They made the conclusive understanding, based on that residue, that it was from somebody before us. This is nuts.
Do you think he's going to get a little bit of a discount on the rented car?
Yeah, they should give him a freebie on that one.
It was a straight-up nightmare. 3 hours Border Patrol cops went through his motor vehicle.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
And they found even more of that fentanyl. The good news is the border cops were able to figure that the fentanyl dust or whatever was left there by somebody before Chris and his bro rented that ride. That was obviously a big relief. An even bigger relief was the fact that the two dudes, again, one Canadian and one American, they were going to go ahead and pick up a baby at one point or another in that car.
Man.
And the cop said there was enough fentanyl in the motor vehicle to kill that little baby quicker than you could say Jack Robinson.
Oh.
So that was a close call.
Chaos coordinator Shiza said they make fentanyl patches, and you can absorb them that way. Dairy farming sheep metal banging your mom, Jesus said. It's so potent there have been some officers that have found it, or just people that stumble across it, and it'll kill you instantly without medical help. Yeah, so I've heard that, and then other people say, no, that's not the case. So I don't know.
It's so crazy how, like, I always wonder, like, what the difference is between, you know, using it and then getting it in, like, a medical setting, like how different those two things are, because I know that I've gotten fentanyl before, like in the hospital for pain management. And every time I hear that, you know, you're like, what? Fentanyl? You gave me what? And they're like, no. Not the kind that's going to kill you.
Sure, the dosages are different and controlled a little bit better in the hospital.
Hello, Nurse Jesus said it's very potent. Typically, though, what causes people to immediately die is when other substances are mixed with it. She now works in addiction medicine.
I want nothing to do with it.
Yeah, I'll pass.
Nothing at all. So Turo, the car rental company, who I'm sure feel like jackholes over this deal, they gave Chris, the Canadian, his money back, and they say they've since cleaned the vehicle out and it's ready to be rented again. You want to go summers, Josh, in the fentanyl mobile?
No, I think I'll pass. They should disclose that. I wonder if it was the owner of the car or somebody they rented it to who was responsible for that fentanyl.
Oh, right. I didn't think about that, because the Turo gimmick is someone's private car. They put it up for rent.
Yeah.
I worked in the car rental agency for 87 days, so I'm a veteran. And I worked at the airport, and it wasn't uncommon for somebody to drop a car off and say, hey, I bought some weed while I was in town, and I can't fly with it. Here you go. Do you want it?
Okay.
To us, you know, people working there.
And you would keep the marijuana?
I wouldn't keep it, but I'd give it to somebody else who enjoyed smoking weed. I don't like really smoking weed, especially from strangers. But no, yeah, they'd be like, yeah, I bought weed while I was in town, and I can't take it with me. Don't want it to go to waste.
Sure. Wasn't that always your favorite type of weed, Ashley? Stranger weed?
Yeah, especially the time it was laced with PCP.
What, you had that happen?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I had a buddy try to jump through a window once because of that.
Well, I didn't, obviously.
Did he get away from it, or he tried it and that was the effect?
That was the effect. Like, he was so messed up, he thought he needed to jump out a window.
Yeah, I was joking.
Oh.
Obviously, I never had, like, I didn't know until later. I think it was the next week or something. But and then looking back, I realized that day me and my girlfriend were swimming in one of those above ground pools. And I think we spent like 5 hours trying to make a whirlpool. You know, you just like walk around over and over again. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Hey, got good exercise at least.
Yeah.
You got high on PCP, you got into a whirlpool and walked around in circles for hours.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Like, look at all the waves we're making.
How mad were you?
Not that mad.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I would have been furious.
I would have been more angry if I had a bad reaction to it, but it was an all right day.
Oh, no. No. I have terrible news.
Oh.
Chuck E. Cheese has been arrested.
These photos are great.
I knew it.
Oh, you were suspicious?
I always thought he came off iffy. Chuck E. Cheese has been arrested. Chuck E. Cheese was apprehended for debit card theft down there in the miserable Gator State. I mean, the little kids who were at Chuck's restaurant that day, as far as they know, Chuck E. Cheese himself was handcuffed and pushed into a squad car. And I would imagine for at least a couple of them, the trauma of seeing that will never leave them. So it says here, a worker dressed in a Chuck E. Cheese costume at one of their shops in Tallahassee was taken into custody last Wednesday night. And it wasn't just some psycho dressed as Chuck. This was an employee working that day as Chuck. And the dumb bastard was hauled out of the restaurant in handcuffs while the kids watched. And like Dana said, the pictures are outstanding.
It is kind of weird they didn't just wait.
Yeah, let him take the costume off.
Take him to the back room and say, hey, just get back into your street clothes.
Yeah, why the police didn't take the dude out of his costume first, I have no idea, but I'm glad that they didn't.
And it's so funny because that's the complete opposite of places like Disney World, because if you're goofy, say, in the goofy costume and you take your mask off in front of the kids, they take you out back and shoot you. You're dead. You are it. They take that seriously.
Lost a lot of friends that way.
Taking the goofy mask off.
Are the pictures of Chuck E. Cheese being handcuffed and put into a squad car on 93X.com?
No, but I can put them up there.
You might have done that a few days ago.
Oh, that makes more sense.
The dude in the Chuck outfit is a 41-year-old by the name of Jermel Jones. And again, the charge was debit card theft. Word is Chucky initially resisted. And the cops had to tell him, for the kid's sake, don't make a scene. Well, sorry, when the cops are handcuffing a 6-foot-tall mouse, you've already made a damn scene.
Say he got away and they had to, put out an APB and a description of the person they're looking for. 6'1" man, mouse costume, purple shirt.
Mm-hmm. Apparently, when the cops walked into the restaurant, Fun Zone, whatever when they walked into Chuck E. Cheese and put the cuffs on the Chuck E. character, the cop addressed him by name. The cop said, Chucky, you're coming with us. So I think the cops were just having a lot of fun with this.
I kind of wonder that myself.
Oh, I bet they probably made a plan before they walked in and said, should we take him out in costume? They probably had a little conversation. Hey, Donnie, you ever arrest a mascot? No. Well, let's do it today. You know what I mean?
Then they get to keep the costume at the cop shop in evidence, and they can wear it around and mess with people.
Oh yeah, I'd scare people.
That'd be very fun.
Once the cops, plural, once the cops got the dude dressed as Chuck E. Cheese into their patrol vehicle, they removed his hilarious oversized mascot head. They searched the dude. They found this debit card they were looking for that a customer had reported stolen during a kid's party at Chuck E. Cheese from a few weeks prior. So they got the guy. They found out that Jermel had used the debit card, too. He hit up what they call here a local smoke shop. He had gone to the grocery store, and he had used the stolen debit card at Whataburger. And the dude, of course, told the police that he had simply found the card and he was going to give it back.
He's a rough-looking 41. He must have an interesting life.
I never saw the real man. I just saw the costume.
Oh, that is the costume. I'm sorry.
Oh.
No, his mugshot makes him look pretty rough.
But imagine you're a dad or a mom at Chuck E. Cheese that day with your child.
That's a good day.
You're praying for something unique to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Because doing those kids' events, they suck.
Oh, no, looks like we got to go, guys. Chucky's all done. We're closed for the day.
To see the Chuck E. Cheese character, who was just, dancing on the stage 5 minutes prior, get cuffed, I mean, that will make not only your day, your week, your year, a decade to see something like that go down. That's brilliant. Yeah. Wonderful.
But like we said, the cops probably thought it was funny to arrest him in his mascot costume.
Yeah.
I wish they would have gone the whole way with it and hadn't taken the mugshot with the mascot head still on.
Yeah, I would like to see the profile, the front
side.
and the profile.
Oh. All right, now this bit, you've seen it before. always has the potential to be a real puke maker. It says here one of those roller coasters at a fun park in Ohio. The fun park is called Cedar Point. One of their roller coasters got stuck. Wow, plumb full of riders.
Whole lot of nope.
Now, thankfully, I don't think it got stuck upside down. You know, we have seen that before. Now, that would be absolute torture.
Yeah, I can't even imagine.
That would be the puke maker. This year roller coaster, I believe it was just setting upright on the tracks like it should. But this here roller coaster called the Irish Curse.
I've got that.
No, Siren's Curse. Has now gotten itself stuck on the tracks 4 times in a month. I think maybe they need to shut that pig down and let the boys take a closer look at it. Don't you, Josh?
I'm with you. Hire an engineer.
Siren's Curse is the newest thrill ride at the joint. Cedar Point, I told you, was the name of the joint. It's the latest ride. It just got fired up this summer, but the damn thing keeps locking up. So the story tells me that the ride is the first so-called tilt coaster in the United States, whatever that means. It says here it features a section of track that disconnects from its starting position, turns 90 degrees, and then it attaches to a different steep declining track.
I don't like when you said detach from the track.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've only had an experience like that once, and thankfully it was on a Ferris wheel, so it was no big deal. We just sat in the car for a while.
You weren't moving? You were stationary?
Yeah, I don't even know what happened. We were towards the top, and my wife is afraid of heights, so that part was kind of funny.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been freaking out.
She was a little bit. But they never really said what happened. I don't know if somebody was having trouble, like getting out at the bottom there, or if there was an issue.
You couldn't see what was going on?
No, because we were towards the top. But
How long were you up there?
I'm going to say probably 10 minutes.
Oh.
Did you get a little action while you were waiting?
Oh, 10 minutes? That wouldn't concern me, 10 minutes.
Well, I didn't say I was concerned. It was notable.
What I mean is, I wouldn't look at that as out of the ordinary.
10 minutes?
No.
That's a long time.
That was the first and only time that's ever happened to me. I mean, you sit there for a while sometimes, but 10 minutes is kind of a long time.
Did you have to, just out of necessity, you had to start cannibalizing each other?
Well, I knew I didn't have to, but I chose to.
Yeah. So if you can follow what I'm talking about, it's some kind of special roller coaster that disconnects from this and it attaches to that. It moves around. It's supposed to be scary. The ride came to a stop mid-tilt, they say, last week. A spokesman from the fun park by the name of Tony Clark, he compared the issue to a, quote, check engine light. Kind of downplaying it, even though this is the 4th time in a month that this ride has locked up.
Board HR Jesus said Siren's Curse is so worth it. It breaks down, sure, but it's amazing, he said.
I'll have to take your word for it. No injuries have been reported from any of these incidents. It just stops, and they got to tell everyone to get the hell off the ride, and then they start. One of the scariest stories I ever heard on the conversation of fun park rides was one of my best friends. He and his wife were standing there. This was, a few years ago. They were standing at some fun park, and their son was just tall enough to get on this hellacious ride. And the kid had been riding, all day on the Midway. And so they didn't think twice. Oh, you're tall enough, go ahead. The kid gets in this ride. And this is one of those rides where you are upside down, backwards, 100 degrees. It's really a raucous experience. The kid sits down. And my buddy and his wife, because they've been doing this all day long, kind of, okay, the kid's in the ride. They're looking off at something else. They're not paying attention to their child sitting and waiting for the ride to begin. At the very last second, my buddy turns back to the ride, and it has begun. It's picking up momentum, and his son is waving frantically at my pal, his dad. And And at first, my buddy's waving at him like, yeah, hi, we see you, right?
Yeah.
But the reason the kid is waving so frantically is because the lock that is to hold him in place hasn't worked. He's not locked into place, and the ride has begun.
Oh no.
And at the very last second, before it really kicked in, my pal was able to get the attention of the ride operator and say, my son is not locked in! And sure as hell, they bring the ride to a stop, and he was not locked in. Something had gone sideways. And so my buddy always, when he tells the story, he says, if I wouldn't have turned back to look at what was going on, he would have been thrown across town.
Mm-hmm.
Little things can happen like that. And they always enter my mind. I don't often go on rides anymore, but when I do, it always goes through my mind. I wonder if this is the time that this ride is going to spit us across the parking lot and kill all of us instantly.
The ones where you go upside down, I worry about that.
Yeah,
like the old Viking ship at Valley Fair. I always thought, I'm going to fall out of this thing.
I never would go on that. I'd go on all the roller coasters, but yeah, that one always freaked me out. My favorite was the Steel Venom. That I actually had a pass at Valley Fair one year, and I would just drive to Valley Fair, go on that ride like 2-3 times, and then go back home.
like most of us, I loved all of them.
Me too.
But you reach a certain point in your life where you can't handle them anymore. The Viking ship at Valley Fair, oh, God, the first couple times I went on that sumbitch when they hang you upside down forever, I loved it.
It's a blast.
And then like the third or fourth time I did it, I felt like garbage when it was over, and I said, well, I retire from that one. But one of the coolest things I ever saw on that Viking ship was, you're strapped down and you're facing each other. There are some people facing east and some facing west, if you remember how that operation is set up. And so we're locked in, ready, waiting to go. And I was probably 12 or something. And there's about a 19-year-old kid directly across from me sitting on the ride. And he's loading his mouth with Red Man leaf chewing tobacco. Just, he's not eating, but he's throwing as much of it in his mouth as he can. And I didn't understand. Well, as we're warming up, and going back and forth, this kid is just chewing on that Red Man. And then when we hung upside down, he waited for the perfect moment to spit, and it's just this massive line of dark chew spit, and then he timed it perfectly to when we came around underneath that the riders would get splashed with his spit.
Yeah.
I witnessed the opposite of that. I went with a bunch of high school friends, and my friend was like, hey, I'm going to spit and get somebody once we go upside down. He got himself. It was absolutely perfect.
Instant karma.
Well, man, that was one of the funnier things I've ever seen.
This kid also got some on himself, but he didn't care. You know what I mean? He just wanted to get the rest of us. Now, I wouldn't go anywhere near such a thing.
Sports on the 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Well hit to left center field and deep. This one is back towards the bullpen and gone. Brooks Lee. There's a good 2-0 swing. And the Twins are down 3. It's 6-3 Boston here in the 7th.
There you go. What were we saying about his right-handed swing?
It's great.
All right. Yeah, the Twins lost at home last night, but Brooks Lee hit a dong from each side of the plate. That's only happened, 5 times before in Twins history, and we'll get into that when we talk to Dinkus and other Dinkus at 7:30. Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder. Home run from both sides of the plate. Lots of other things to cover when Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder swing by, like a couple of gambling scandals, adult diapers. These are some of the things we'll cover in a half hour. Dildos. Ungrateful children. These are some of the things that we'll cover in a half hour. So make sure you join us at 7:30. We know you're not going anywhere. It's because Josh's news report's coming up next.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show. Thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
The United States have the lead.
The United States in full command.
To the back post, settled, scores! Centering, doubling his tally.
Never miss a game.
Hooks it across, into the middle, and there's the opening goal. 2 for the United States.
Never miss a moment.
Barreling in, cutting in, going for goal, deflected and in. Yeah!
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Welcome to NFL Flag.
Are you ready? Yeah! Are you ready? Yeah!
No matter who you are, lace up your cleats, smear on your eye black, step out on the field and chase something. Chase a goal.
Let's get it.
Chase the big time.
Get that, ladies.
Chase rings. Chase gold medals. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL Flag. Chase something. Visit NFLflag.com to find a league and start the chase today.
They want to glorify the fact that they're criminals. It's dumb. These guys are dumb. They deserve to be tossed under the jail just for being dumb.
The 93X Half-Ass Morning Show.
We recognize that these outages have created inconveniences for residents and city staff alike. While these disruptions are difficult, they are necessary steps to limit exposure, preserve system integrity, and protect sensitive information as our investigation and recovery efforts continue.
A deliberate and sophisticated cyber attack forced the city of St. Paul into a state of emergency yesterday, crippling digital infrastructure and prompting a coordinated response across all levels of government. City officials first detected suspicious activity Friday, triggering an immediate investigation. What was initially a concerning anomaly quickly escalated into a full-blown cyber incident. Officials confirmed the breach was not a system glitch or technical malfunction, but rather a calculated and criminal intrusion.
We now know that this was not a system glitch or technical error. This was a deliberate, coordinated digital attack carried out by a sophisticated external actor, intentionally and criminally targeting our city's information infrastructure.
In response to the growing threat, the city initiated a full shutdown of its information systems, an aggressive defensive move aimed at containing the breach and safeguarding sensitive data. As a result, city services have been significantly disrupted. However, despite the widespread intrusion, emergency response systems, including 911, remain fully operational. There's some good news. To combat the attack and manage recovery, the city activated its Emergency Operations Center and brought in 2 national cybersecurity firms. It's also working closely with state and federal law enforcement agencies, including the FBI, to determine the source and scope of that breach. Given the magnitude and complexity of the situation, the governor authorized the deployment of the Minnesota National Guard's Cyber Protection Team. These specialized forces are now collaborating with local, state, and federal partners to contain the threat and begin the process of restoring critical systems.
Boy, my phone was ringing off the hook yesterday during that cyber attack. They kept saying, you're probably the only guy that can help us.
Well, I almost suspected you. I was like, I wonder if Nick is behind this.
Because he knows it?
Yeah, he knows it so well.
So yeah. What were some of the things that happened? What were some of the...
Well, some of the things they noted were, and this is terrible for a handful of people, trouble at the library.
Oh.
Buying tickets to pools.
Hey.
Buying tickets to what?
Pools.
That would affect me.
Buy a ticket to go to a pool, you know?
A pool.
And then just some of the computer systems they use internally.
Troubles at the library.
Yeah. I mean, you're trying to check out Huck Finn. Good luck.
I'll be damned.
No Dan Brown for you.
When I was grabbing that audio and I saw how serious the mayor was, and then I read about what was going down, like the issues people were having, I'm like, library books? Oh shoot. All right.
Well, the motive...
It was a hell of a deal.
I love my local library.
I do, too. While the motive... Well, mine, not yours. I hate yours. While the motive behind the attack remains unknown and no ransom demand has been made, officials are treating the incident as a serious criminal act.
Well, I'll have to take their word for it.
Caltrans, the California Department of Transportation, is investigating a retirement party that was far from a simple farewell. Late Monday afternoon, a Caltrans spokesperson confirmed the party happened during work hours and included alcohol and a stripper. ultimately landing 12 employees embroiled in a scandal, with some going from exposed nips to pink slips.
You got to be smarter than that, Cubby.
Yeah, I mean, don't do it at work.
No.
10 employees received termination notices, 2 others suspended. A spokesperson had this to say.
It involved open consumption of alcohol, the presence of a hired stripper, and employees participating while on the clock and being paid with taxpayer dollars.
Caltrans.
Consumption of alcohol.
Yeah, he had some alcohol.
You're not allowed to drink alcohol while you're pregnant, are you, Ash?
No, I'm not.
Caltrans confirmed the party took place July 10th, said an internal investigation was launched soon after. According to a tipster, employees were even seen throwing money at the stripper. The event was interrupted by a supervisor who arrived unexpectedly and witnessed the situation firsthand, the tipster wrote.
For Christ's sake, just a streak of bad luck. Here comes the narc supervisor.
The tipster also claims some supervisors were seen drinking and then driving away in state-issued Caltrans vehicles, calling it not only a blatant violation of Caltrans policy, but also a criminal offense and serious liability. Still unclear whether any photos or videos of that incident exist or if Caltrans security cameras caught what happened.
Well, that's very scandalous, and they should have been smarter about that whole operation. One of the funniest things I ever saw was at, a little different than a retirement party, but it was a birthday party for a 75-year-old man, a man I'd known my whole life. And as you might imagine, it was mostly old-timers at this party, handful of young people. But suddenly someone got on the mic and said, "Okay, Donnie, this is for you. Happy 75th birthday." And they started up like a hip-hop song. Everybody, here she is, Coco, whatever, right? And Donnie, the old-timer, shot out of his chair. He was so excited. A stripper, right? This was at like a beer hall, a Legion. The old-timer, the man of the hour, Donnie, shot out of his chair. He's like, "Oh, yeah, I deserve this." I think he kind of even looked down at his Johnson and said, "Are you ready, bro? We haven't seen anything like this in a long time." And the stripper comes out, and she's also 75. That was so friggin' funny. That was such a clever joke, whoever came up with it. Let's have the stripper be the exact same age as the birthday boy. That was a friggin' riot.
Does this go back to our previous conversation where that was a wasted boner? Did he feel that boner was wasted?
He probably did think of that as a wasted boner.
And the poor guy probably didn't have too many left.
No, he did not.
A 54-year-old Texas bonehead who bragged on Facebook that arrest warrants were nothing but, quote, the adult version of hide and seek, couldn't hide from cops who busted him on a warrant. 54-year-old Fritz Case was picked up last week in a raid less than 10 days after he took to Facebook to taunt police, saying in a wise-ass July 10th post, having warrants is basically the adult version of hide and seek. The online joker didn't just challenge cops on Facebook. He also posted other words to regret. Karma is always watching, he said in a July 7th post. Just like Santa Claus, only bitchier. From then on, Case had issued the challenge, and cops were on Case. Turns out when you play hide and seek with the cops, karma doesn't just watch, it kicks down the door. Police said even more warrants were obtained based on the evidence they found during that raid.
Dude's name is Fritz?
Fritz.
How does a Fritz go wrong? You know what I mean?
Oh, really? That made sense to me.
What?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, of course.
You've met people named Fritz who were shady characters?
The only Fritz I've known of is very sketchy.
Well, then it's not that can't legitimately be his name.
It was it was a nickname actually. So
there you go.
Yeah.
Because every Fritz I've ever known was about the square dealingest, honest sumbitch in town.
Never met a Fritz. I don't even know of one. Is there a celebrity with that name? I can't come up with one Fritz.
Well, there's Fritz Pitt, big movie actor.
I think that's Brad Pitt.
Oh, well, then I'm out of ideas.
Yeah.
I thought his name was Fritz.
A former fourth-grade teacher in Ohio has been sentenced to jail following a series of disturbing incidents involving her ex-boyfriend, which culminated in a dramatic courtroom showdown.
My ex-girlfriend continues to stalk me and park her car next to wherever I am and follow me home every night.
31-year-old Super Fox Hannah Freeman was arrested in November after not handling being dumped very well, reportedly showing up at her ex-boyfriend's workplace 33 times over a 19-day period.
This is frankly a bizarro breakup between two professionals. Pre-sentence investigation does not paint a pretty picture of your behavior, Ms. Freeman. You should have known that was over. It's my understanding that the victim had someone else in his life.
The now ex-teacher, and don't forget Super Fox, was also accused of stealing 2 backpacks from her boyfriend, which contained computers and a wallet. But the theft was just one part of a larger pattern of behavior. For nearly 6 months, the victim reported Freeman had been appearing uninvited at his home, his parents' home, and the school where he taught. On one occasion, Freeman was found sitting inside the victim's car in his workplace parking lot. She claimed he had invited her there, an assertion police found unconvincing.
Well, we got a complaint from him that you were in his vehicle tonight and you're harassing him and stalking him.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Did you take some items from him last night?
I'm going to say I pulled maybe 7 to 8 seconds of just stunned silence out of that clip. She sat there and just had a bewildered look like, I was not expecting this.
She didn't expect to field questions from the police on this?
Yeah, she was busted.
Didn't have a plan? Super Fox, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Is there any chance that a guy like me could get a look at this so-called Super Fox?
No, she's mine.
You son of a bitch.
All right, I'll share.
I knew it would come.
I will share.
I knew it would be a woman that would come between us someday.
She's super hot, but then I saw the video of her crying when she got sentenced, and it took it away.
She's not an attractive crier.
No, and also
you know who
the dramatics.
Judging somebody's looks when they're at their worst, Ashley. I didn't expect that out of you.
You know who is a good-looking crier?
Who?
John
Cryer. Fritz, they call him.
At Freeman's sentencing
so
hearing.
where can I see the pictures? Website?
Do you mind sending it?
Yeah, send it to him.
If not, I can do it in just a moment.
I mean, when you call her a Super Fox, I can't just sit here and act like you didn't call her a Super Fox.
Yeah, I even said it twice.
Right.
At her hearing, Freeman admitted she was wrong.
I regret the incident. I definitely acted out of emotion, and I regret that decision that I made that night. And I will take steps necessary to move on with this incident, and you will not see me back here again.
Well, she admitted that she was wrong?
Yeah, she did. She was wrong, and she admitted it.
You get aggravated by people who throw the hard G in there for no reason?
I've noticed it from people who say Long Island. When people have the hard G at the end of that, that's what I always think of.
It's East Coast people.
Yeah.
Because I was going to bring up, one of my favorite rock stars of all time is Paul Stanley. But at times I want to choke him to death because he says things like song and singer. And I want to come across the room and choke him out. Is the Super Vox in my email pile yet?
Yep.
All right. Yeah, that one bothers me, Cubby. I can't get over it.
I can't do it with that. I was trying to do a hard G in things. Things took an unexpected and awkward turn in court, though. Her attorney was under the impression that a favorable plea deal has been struck, sparing his client any jail time. However, the judge had other plans, sentencing her to 18 months of probation with the first 7 days to be served in jail. Unhappy with the surprise sentence, the lawyer changed his mind and said, okay, fine, we want a jury trial.
No.
And that ticked off the judge. Rejecting the plea withdrawal, the judge's mood soured, and he hit the lawyer below the belt, getting a little testy.
You will serve the first 7 days of this term of probation in our county jail. You are ordered remanded.
We had agreed sentence.
You didn't agree with me, Mr. Kinlan, and I am charged with sentencing.
At this point, you are. We don't even make a motion to withdraw the plea, and we'd rather go to trial.
Because you don't like the sentence?
No, because we don't like the way the court has interpreted the facts.
Your bad practice is not my problem. We're done.
They're done. As for Freeman's teaching career, that class has been dismissed. She was placed on leave after the charges were announced, and by June, her contract with the district had expired.
It's only a week of jail time.
You're just being all argumentative there with the judge?
Yeah, well, oh my gosh, I didn't realize the time.
You're fine.
Yeah, I thought that too. It was kind of funny. As soon as the judge says 7 days in jail, he's like, all right, you know what? We're calling this one. Let's get a jury trial instead.
That's not a good idea. She could end up going away for so much longer if on a jury trial.
And that judge he went off for a while. He was not happy with that thing. And then, kind of ripped on him there like, maybe you should have done a better job.
Not that you need this from me, Josh, but I'm going to go ahead and confirm the super foxiness.
Yeah.
She has perfect skin.
But at the same time, I'm looking at a picture of this gal who was wrong. The gal who was stalking her ex-boyfriend. We were talking about her a couple minutes ago, and Josh referred to her as a super fox. It's a kind of a bittersweet thing as I look at her picture, though, because you know who she looks like? That Haktua dork.
Oh, a little bit. I could see that.
More than a little bit. She looks like the Haktua dork.
Well, before Haktua was Haktua, you could probably describe her as a super fox.
I'll go along with it.
Or am I wrong?
No. It's just it brings up that stupid bit.
Jamie Presley. Can we all agree she's a super fox?
Oh, yeah.
Super fox status confirmed.
Joy on My Name is Earl, 48. Regina Phalange on Friends, Lisa Kudrow, 62. Lawrence Fishburne, 64. And Arnold Schwarzenegger's birthday is back. This time he's turning 78.
Wow.
Best of luck to drunk Uncle Firefighter Jesus as well as Ice Auger Jesus, both having medical procedures today.
Oh.
Shout out to Carson. How's this? This is pretty cool. Moving to Missouri to work on monster trucks.
Sweet.
Also to the handsome and delightful old man Bob Jesus, headed to the Dells with the family. Happy birthday to D. Wills from Strong Forearm Jesus, and happy 47th to Tracker Driving Jesus from Mankato hockey season ticket holder Jesus. And that's 93X News.
Randy Shaver.
He's existing in this, shadow world of depravity.
On the Half-Assed Morning Show.
Something flies on the court, actually, from the crowd, and you can see the object. That green thing bounces, and it goes to the sideline. Oh, my gosh. Okay. Inappropriate.
Hello, Randy Shaver. Hello, Brad Ryder.
Hello. Good morning.
An investigation is underway at WNBA headquarters. They're looking into this incident, and the public is demanding answers. Here's the headline that I read. It says, "Move over, Buffalo. Someone threw a lime green dildo on the court during a WNBA game in Atlanta."
Dildos? No.
That should be their mascot for a night.
That would be fun.
Just a giant green mascot out there dancing
at halftime? I would absolutely love that.
Lime green. Never seen that.
I was going to ask, is that common to have some fun colors like that? I mean,
oh, yeah, there's all different.
Hell of a dildo.
Every color of the rainbow and beyond, Cubby. I think that sumbitch from last night might have been glow in the dark.
It kind of seemed that way.
Yeah, there you go.
It looked like something Poison might have had on their Open Up and Say Ah tour, doesn't it? It's like that color.
I guess now that I think about it, one of the, when people companies would drop off sex toys at our building here. I have like a bright pink double-ended dildo.
Oh, God.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
I thought I had to go to Clara City to see the dildos.
There's some truth to that, although I was going to say we're venturing into a topic I don't know a lot about. So.
Oh, you do too. Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder, did you see this lime green dildo come shooting out of the stands?
No, I did not know.
No.
Well, you can see it on 93x.com.
It is kind of funny seeing the laughter on the people that found it. And that brave cop, she barehanded that thing. I thought, well, she's going to put gloves on or something, but no, she grabbed it and just walked away.
She raw-dogged it. This was during a game between the Golden State Valkyries and the Atlanta Dreams last night, and the WNBA play was interrupted by this green rubber pecker.
And it's not just like gently tossed. It is like whipped at the court.
Yeah, it looks like it's got some heft to it. Equestrian Jesus said, "Is this the new rally sausage?"
It could be.
Oh, my God.
That's a great question.
If I were the Golden State, this happened at the Atlanta arena. If I were in charge of the Atlanta Dreams, I'm making T-shirts or something because of this. The referees blew their whistles to stop the game. They were trying to figure out what had happened. And as Josh was mentioning, a cop was seen inspecting the object. The cameras and the production crew and everything, they're probably feeling a little ashamed of themselves this morning because they didn't know what it was either at first. So they're focusing in, and the director is saying, "Let's get a shot of that," right? Mm-hmm. And as you heard in the intro, when the lead announcer realized what they were looking at, she said something like, "Oh, my gosh, that is inappropriate," she said.
Something flies on the court, actually, from the crowd. And you can see the object, that green thing bounces and it goes to the sideline. Oh my gosh, okay. Inappropriate.
Yeah,
that was kind of fun when they figure it out.
Yeah, it was a keeper.
Seeing this video kind of brought a tear of joy to my eye because it reminded me of the greatest sporting event I've ever attended. It was freshman year of high school.
I bet it has mania at the end.
No, it doesn't.
Well, what the hell? Who is this that I'm talking to?
Yeah, it was my freshman year of high school. Our school had qualified for the state high school hockey tournament, the boys hockey tournament, and we were a brand new school at Eastview. At that point, only 2 or 3 years in, so it was a huge deal.
Eastview's going to the state high school hockey tournament.
Mm-hmm. The kids who couldn't get into Egan went to Eastview.
The kids that got thrown out of Apple Valley went to Eastview.
So it was a big deal that they qualified, and they had the big pep rally, send the boys off. But the principal also gave this impassioned speech about how we're a young school. People haven't heard of us yet. Our reputation is still being formed. We're going to be on display. We want everybody to be on their best behavior, that type of thing. So we go down to the game. It was the 11 a.m. game, the first game of the session. We were playing Elk River. Place is packed. Everybody's going crazy. The players are on the ice. They're about to do introductions. And I'm a freshman, so we're kind of sitting in the back because of the hierarchy. The seniors in the front all the way back.
Sure.
And I see the senior down the front. He pulls something out of his hoodie, and he throws it back up over his head as far as he can. And my buddy who's sitting next to me, he jumps up and he grabs it. And he pulls it down and he looks at it, and it is a huge purple floppy dildo. And if you're not expecting a big purple floppy dildo, you want to get it out of your hand as soon as possible, right? So he instinctively just throws it. And I can still see it in my head. It's just going end over end, clears the glass, hits the ice, bounce, and just glides gently across the ice of the state high school hockey tournament.
Kind of like in slow motion.
Exactly. And then, the ice crew's got to come out and deal with it. They've got the shovel and the garbage can, and they can't scoop the thing up. So they're just kind of pushing this floppy dildo across the ice.
Yeah, a dildo on ice is very difficult. Very difficult to wrangle, yes.
And they finally get it and put it in the garbage can. And I just always remember just that impassioned speech about how our reputation is being formed, and we want people to think highly of us.
Right.
And before the game even starts, somebody chucked a dildo on the ice.
Now, enough time has gone by, Dana. You made that story out to sound like your friend accidentally threw it onto the ice. Enough time has gone by where you can admit that maybe he just threw it out there.
Well, no, the senior, he threw it up behind him.
Right.
And my buddy just grabbed it, and he looked down on it, and he just, get this away from me.
Oh, come on.
Wouldn't you just kind of drop it?
He really didn't mean to throw it
like it was a grenade.
You're not going to get in trouble. I think it'd be hilarious if your friend intentionally threw the dildo out there.
I mean, if he was in cahoots with that guy that threw it initially, maybe. I'm not sure. I always remember it as he just all of a sudden realized he has a dildo in his hand and didn't want it in his hand anymore.
I thought I had to go to Winnipeg to see dildos on ice. That must have been fun for the whole crowd.
It was great.
Fun for the whole crowd. That's what happened in Atlanta last night for the WNBA game. Damn. Oh, by the way, back to the high school hockey dildo on ice, Dana.
Yeah.
Somebody's mother went to bed. What's the word I should find? Upset.
Missing something?
Yeah.
From her top drawer, maybe?
Yeah.
Unpleasant.
Yeah.
Unpleasant.
Just unsatisfied.
Unsatisfied
There
is
you
the
go,
perfect word. Student comes into the rink with a big purple. Somebody's mother went home or went to bed unsatisfied.
Sitting at home and goes, wait a minute, that's mine.
Yeah. Watching on Channel 45.
Wait, it's not in the usual drawer. Now, what the hell?
I recognize that thing. All right.
Somebody else from XL Energy Center went home happy, though.
I'm sorry?
I said somebody else from XL Energy Center went home happy, though.
Yeah. Because the crew usually gets to keep whatever's thrown on the ice, right, Brad Ryder?
Yeah.
It is, it's funny, Ashley. Memories. You were right. Companies used to just drop that stuff off all the time, and I think we mentioned this before. But when our boss Derek was new, he had to send out an email saying, "I can't believe I have to say that or say this, but whoever stole all the sex toys needs to bring them back." Mm-hmm. It was for like a promotion of some sort. And somebody stole them once they got dropped off.
We had so many damn vibrators and
it was like Okay, two. I don't know
containers,
how to say it. Two boxes of them.
Yeah. So many vibrators and butt plugs and dildos in this building. My God, I was handing them out to friends at the bar. It's because we had so much here.
I learned a lot.
Yeah, it is crazy when you think about it, especially when I've met new people throughout my life and say they've helped me move or whatever it is. They're just looking at my stuff and they're like, where'd you get this from? And I've, just brush it off. Oh, yeah, I got that from work.
Yeah, from work.
Yeah, I've never really thought about how weird that sounds coming out of your mouth.
You know what, Laser Bitch Jesus? I thought we were friends. They were not my mom's dildos, okay?
The ones here in the building?
Any dildo that we're talking about.
No, those didn't belong to your mother. They certainly did not. Oh, yeah, and again, I'll tell you, there was no more fun telephone calls that I ever took in my life. None more fun than when all of my gal friends were calling me to complain that the sex toys that they paid for at a sex toy party were never delivered to them. One of my ex-girlfriends hosted a sex toy party at my house when I was out of town. And unfortunately, the host of the party was some shady individual who took all these orders for all these sex toys and then never delivered them. So my gal friends who were at this sex toy party, with my girlfriend, for whatever reason, they thought I would have an answer. So they're all calling my house saying, that sex toy party? Yeah. I never got my item. And every one of them fell for it, where I said, oh, yeah, what item was that? Let me check. Oh, well, I got the 72-inch, electric butt plug. Oh, you did, huh? They all.
That had to be kind of fun.
It was hilarious.
Yeah. Did any of them surprise you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I had
getting the vibrating tongue.
I had the, the musky bite nipple clamps is what I ordered.
We live different lives. I had a neighbor gal host a candle party at my house.
Candle party.
Quite a bit different than what you had going on.
Well, did they get the candles, though, John?
Yeah, everybody got their candles.
Speaking of the Women's National Basketball Association, remember the world-class garbage pile human being who was stalking Caitlin Clark and sending her D-pics and threats and whatnot?
Oh, yes.
55-year-old guy by the name of Michael Lewis. He pleaded guilty in court the other day to stalking and harassment and things like that. He's looking at around 18 months of prison time. He's required to stay away from the Indiana Fevers basketball team and the Indiana Pacers basketball team, or any events that they host or any properties that they own. He told police when he got busted he was in an imaginary relationship with Caitlin Clark. And I know Josh loves this old trick. We hear this one a lot when Josh does his news report. Always entertaining. This Michael Lewis claims everything that he did was to show the holes, the weaknesses in Caitlin Clark's personal security team.
Isn't that the best?
Yeah. You see what he's saying?
Yeah.
He was testing how thorough her personal security was because he cares about her.
Thank God.
I love how dumb he assumes everybody else is.
I effing love that bit.
Yeah.
The guy who gets caught selling crack rocks to little kids, what does he often say? I was just testing to see if they would buy it or not.
They could inform the parents.
Trying to teach them a lesson not to trust a stranger. God help us, that is an all-timer. I wanted her to be safe, he said. I never threatened her. I was just testing to see how safe she truly was. So long, sucker.
One of the units I teach in one of my sports ethics classes is about athlete stalkers, and so I've done a little research on some of this stuff. The people who usually do this stuff are really, really intelligent people, are like highly intelligent people. I mean, on the surface, you would think that they're idiots and they're morons, and by contrary, they're not. They're very, very intelligent people, and sometimes they wrap themselves around these things and make them into truths, and they think that they actually believe these things.
Isn't that usually the case with like sociopaths or like serial killers? Yeah, they're usually really smart.
Deep down, they believe the unbelievable. deep down they believe everything that they're saying is true because they're just absolutely out of their effing mind. Now, there was, as we all know, there was nothing bigger in America in the 1970s. There was nothing bigger than Iowa State track and field. So, Randy, did you ever encounter a stalker?
Oh, man.
Yeah, what was the groupie situation like for the track team?
I was not expecting that.
Did they show up at the hotels when you guys were on the road? Did they show up?
Did you have to check in under an assumed name, Ron Mexico or something?
Now you're starting to talk about groupies, and groupies are different than stalkers.
Well, they're similar, but right. They of course, there is a grand difference between someone who wants to pin you and someone who wants to cut your head off.
I'm assuming the Iowa State track team back in the 70s, too. I imagine you guys, had like 6 per room when you went on the road? Something like that?
And a cow.
Certainly 4 to a room.
And there's one bed.
Yeah, no.
How short were those shorts you guys wore in the 70s, Randy?
Oh, yeah, I still have them.
Maybe wear them to the Bros at Chicken Night.
Oh, that seems dangerous.
I don't think that would be.
They were the first group of dudes to ever start shaving down there, I bet. That's how short those shorts were. Had to.
Oh, man.
Yeah, you can't be running the 400-meter and your grandma's in the stands,
No.
and have her see that. You got to clean up. The New York Liberty.
It's like that guy, the video that you have of the guy with doing the hurdles.
When he jumps out of his jock?
Oh, man, yeah.
Did you ever fall out of your jock?
No.
When running the 400-meter double relay?
No. Can't say that I did.
Wow. That would have been a horrible sight for everybody involved.
Yeah.
Horrible. The New York Liberty, who beat the Lynx in the WNBA final last year, they're in town tonight. So this is the first time the two teams have played each other since last year's final. The Lynx are 22-5. They've only lost one game at home, and they got the MVP playing for them, that Nafisa Collier. The Liberty are second in the standings at 17-8. So people are kind of coming uncorked for this. All right. What a crowd we got out there, Cubby, don't you think?
What it do, Jesus? He just texted and said the only thing stalking Iowa State track was herpes.
Oh. In the 70s especially, herpes really took off.
Yeah.
Was there a herpes outbreak?
Crabs.
Was there any kind of an STD outbreak on your track and field?
Oh, gosh, I don't think so.
So it wasn't like the North Stars locker room in the early 80s?
No, it was not. No, it was not.
I heard some stories about some outbreaks in the North Star locker room in the early 80s.
Things are different.
Yeah.
I mean, the wild a few years ago was the mumps. It wasn't anything as fun as what you've got going on.
From what I'm told, from what I was told by a couple old North Stars, they made a fateful trip to Calgary, and everybody came back with something. They made a road trip out west, right? They played the Canucks. Everything was fine. They played Edmonton. Everything was fine. They went to Calgary, and all hell broke loose. The whole locker room was crawling with this and that after they went to Calgary.
Gross.
Keep that team doctor busy.
Oh,
man.
Dude, he didn't take off his rubber gloves for 2.5 months.
There's a line out the door.
He was more busy than the dentist that year, the team dentist.
Right.
Yeah.
Eastbound at Sundown, Jesus said Randy was accused of stalking at Iowa State because he was always chasing a pack of guys around the track.
You dick. All right, the Twins lost at home last night to the Boston Red Sox. 8-5 was your final. As a Twins fan, I've come to a point where I want whatever trades to just be made already so we can move on with our lives.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. It hasn't been the greatest season. I'm not mad. But I'm ready for them to make these moves so I can watch the rest of the season without thinking about it and, hope for better things next year.
Well hit to left center field and deep. This one is back towards the bullpen and gone. Brooks Lee. There's a good 2-0 swing. And the Twins are down 3. It's 6-3 Boston here in the 7th.
There you go. What were we saying about his right-handed swing?
It's great.
And so one of the players that does keep me tuned in is Brooks Lee, who got out the dong twice in last night's game. He drove in all 5 runs. Brooks became only the 6th player in Twins history to homer from both sides of the plate in the same game. Now, I have here in front of me the other 5 Twins switch hitters who have gone yard from both sides of the plate in the same game. You boys want to take a couple of guesses as to who they are?
Oh,
Sure. Roy Smalley.
Roy Smalley is correct. There's there's 2 other really recognizable former Twins, but there's also 2 others who were kind of forgettable players. Switch hitters.
Butch Weiniger.
Good guess, but no. Boom. Switch hitters who went yard from both sides of the plate.
I can't think of.
Before he became an exclusive right-hand hitter, how about Byron Buxton?
No.
No? Okay.
I'll give you a hint. 1991. Go.
Oh, Chili Davis.
Chili Davis. Roy Smalley got the dong out from both sides of the plate in 1986 for the Twins. Chili Davis did it in 1992.
Was Greg Nettles a switch hitter?
I think he was, but he's not present
He's not on
the list. All right. I'll give it to you.
Give me the year. Maybe I can.
2000.
Tough question.
2000 add 12 would be one example. He was a catcher. A backup catcher.
A backup catcher.
His name sounds stupid. All right. Ryan Dummett.
Okay. I wouldn't have got that one.
I think it was Dolman, but yeah.
Well, right, but just trying to help the joke.
It's more fun the other way.
Kennis Vargas.
Oh.
Okay.
Short-lived first baseman, right?
Yeah, I really had high hopes for Kennis Vargas when he was here. A big, strong kid.
Yeah, he came out of the minors and was, okay.
That was in 2016. And then in 2017, here's the one you're going to kick yourself for, Jorge Polanco.
Oh, sure.
Yep.
All of those gentlemen hit home runs from both sides of the plate. Yep. And now you add Brooks Lee to the list. So no trades were made yesterday with the Twins, as far as I know, but the rumors keep going and going and going.
There's still time.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Tomorrow at midnight or something.
Uh-oh.
Josh, you all right?
Sorry. Text.
Okay.
The question was about switch hitters.
Oh, we read the same one. Nice.
What did dude Jesus said? Adrian Peterson.
I was going to ask you guys if I could say that.
Oh, my God.
That one got me. I couldn't control that.
Switch hitter. The guess was Adrian Peterson. A day game wraps up the series today with Boston. Buxton's on the, how do you call it, the injured list?
IL.
Yeah. Did you see the interaction in the bullpen between Joan Duran and a couple of his teammates that led everyone to believe that he was traded?
Yeah.
Was that a bit or just people read into that?
I just think people read into it.
That's kind of what I thought, too, but some headlines were like, hey, they pulled a prank.
Who knows? I have no idea. But in the dugout last night, Duran was, hanging around with the bullpen guys, the bullpen catchers, and the other pitchers, and he was dishing out hugs, and so everyone thought, well, that's it, he's gone. But then after the game, someone said, well, no, they're just friends. They hug each other once in a while. One guy, I think, even grabbed Duran's ass.
Yeah.
So there could be more than friends.
Yeah, it's good friendship.
They said it was like a tradition between those two.
It looks like fun. It says here the New York Yankees are starting to annoy the Twins with their constant telephone calls about making a trade.
Block their number.
Well, like I said the other day, that's good. Wait until tomorrow. They may cave and give you what you want.
They're calling and calling and calling over and over again.
Right.
Sounds typical. Bunch of big shot New York douchebags who think they can always get what they want. And it's not just the asshats in New York City. The Red Sox, the Blue Jays, the Mariners are speed dialing the Twins, it says here, at a maddening level in hopes of hammering out a deal.
Good. Get a bidding war going, like Brad said.
One big league player began the day serving as a pitcher for the Baltimore Orioles against the Toronto Blue Jays. Midway through the day, he switched up to the exact opposite. Yesterday, the Blue Jays traded for relief pitcher Anthony Dominguez. And the trade came after the Jays and Orioles played the first game of a doubleheader. So Dominguez just switched dugouts after game one.
Weird.
Switched clubhouses. Went over and said,
before.
Yellow. Yeah, it's not a first. But
Oh, you gotta gather all your things.
I remember when we traded Doug Minkiewicz to the Red Sox. The Red Sox were in town.
Yep.
And so Minkiewicz basically did the same thing. He packed up his stuff. He took about 20 steps down the hall, and he went in the Red Sox locker room.
Yeah. The one that always comes to mind for me is Mark Salas.
Yeah.
A former catcher for the Twins in the 80s, Mark Salas. Playing for the Twins, playing in a series against the Yankees. He got traded to the Yankees after a ball game, walked into the Yankee locker room and said, "Hey, boys, remember me from 20 minutes ago? I'm on your side now." It's kind of fun.
I wonder if there's ever been a time where this has happened where, game one of a doubleheader gets done and some incident happened. The guy's just talking all sorts of trash. Like, I'll kick all your asses, this and that. And then the GM comes and goes, yeah, we just trade you. And he's got to walk down the hall. Hey, guys.
Yeah.
I was just kidding, by the way. Just kidding. Just having some fun out there. Good to see you guys.
That would be fun to see.
Mm-hmm. Who the hell? Federko, I think. Todd Federko? Todd Fedonki, Ferdy from Donovich. There was a former player for the Pigs, a cement head. What I mean by that is a goon, an enforcer. What was his name?
You talking about like a Bernie Federko?
Well, I'm not talking about Bernie Federko. It was Todd Fedoruk. Is that it? Todd Fedoruk? Can someone look him up? Yeah.
Yes.
I got it. I think I got it. So when he was dealt to the Man-Bear Pigs, Todd Fedoruk, the Pigs already had Derek Bugard on the roster, but I guess whoever was GM and things back then, I can't remember who it was. Was it Bobby Clark? Anyway, decided that he needed this Fedoruk guy on the roster along with Bugard. And the prior season, Bugard had punched in a legit ice hockey fight. Bugard had punched this Fedoruk guy so hard in the face that I believe he shattered Fedoruk's eye socket and then the eye fell out, right? But next thing you know, they're teammates. And the story I heard was day one in the locker room, Fedoruk says to Bugard, "Hey, Derek, remember me? You knocked my eyeball right out of my skull. You want to be roommates on the road?"
Kind of a respect thing?
Well, I mean, I don't know, call it whatever you want, but it's just, that's the situation you were kind of describing, Dana, where you're enemies and suddenly you're wearing the same sweater. You got to be friends.
Yeah.
Right.
I think I got the right guy, Todd Fedoruk. All right, how about this? 2 members of the Cleveland Guardians baseball team have been placed on leave by Major League Baseball as part of a gambling investigation.
I know, this is not good.
This is not good.
No.
It's happening more and more.
You're talking about Emmanuel Clase, which is their star closer.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Boy, if there's one position in baseball that could affect a game like that, it is your closer.
Oh, for sure.
You can about imagine the possibilities if your closer.
I don't know if that's. But I don't know if that's what it is.
No, we don't. But
we don't know if he was, tossing games. We don't know if he was just
maybe he's betting on other teams too.
We don't know that yet.
Well, one of them is Emmanuel Clase, like you said, Randy Shaver. The other is a starting pitcher by the name of Luis Ortiz. 2 guys on the same friggin' ball.
Sketchy.
Ortiz was suspended first, though.
Yes.
Only a while back, actually.
Yeah. So July 3rd is when Ortiz went on leave, yes.
So I got a feeling that Clase, that maybe Ortiz turned in Clase.
Oh!
That might be it. Because Clase was just like 2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah.
Was just put on some sort of a leave list.
Right.
So the investigation may have uncovered him as well, or maybe Ortiz squealed or whatever. I don't know.
Snitched, as Ashley would say. Snitched.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're probably right, Randy Shaver. I understand they're investigating some pitches that Ortiz threw where there was a lot of betting activity on these specific pitches. Now, you tell me, because you're the degenerate. I can sit there with a computer in front of me and, like, bet this is going to be a ball or this is going to be a strike?
Well, I don't know about that. I think there's the ability, your odds change after each pitch of whether they get a hit or whatever. I guess I don't know how that works. I just know that you can bet in real time, not here in Minnesota, but you can bet in real time. I'll use the NFL as an example. The odds of a team winning a game or scoring a touchdown or whatever change after each play.
Mm-hmm.
And so you literally can sit there with a computer or on your phone and make a bet after each pitch, each play, whatever.
Well, here's what it says. There was notable...
So maybe they're tracking that stuff.
They must be.
Amazing to me.
According to this story, the investigation is revolving around some pitches that Ortiz threw. I don't have anything on Clase just yet as to what they're looking into, but as far as this Luis Ortiz guy goes, there was a notable amount of activity from bettors who wagered on Ortiz to miss the strike zone or hit the batter on 2 specific pitches. Both pitches were well outside the strike zone, with one bouncing in the dirt. So anyway.
On Class A, this texter says the first pitch of every inning, it's blatantly obvious he was intentionally throwing balls, and that's what people were betting on.
Oh, that's real bad.
These guys might be cooked. By the way, back to Todd Fedoruk and how do you call it, Derek Bugard?
That's hard to. I mean, pitchers will throw balls just to kind of see what the batter is looking for. How do you prove that?
I think what they're saying is if the pitch was so far out of the strike zone, if they were bouncing up to the plate, like a no doubter, I think that's probably what's
But still, though, Brad, that's hard to prove that a guy.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see. Back to Todd Fedoruk and Derek Bugard. 1 year, Bugard's putting Fedoruk in the hospital. The following year, they're teammates. It happens. This is great. H-back delivery Jesus let me in on this. Apparently, when Todd Fedoruk came here to play for the Pigs, someone asked him what he knew about Minnesota, and he said, well, they got really nice hospitals.
We do. Some of the best in the country.
That's true.
Oh, my God, that's funny.
All right. Big event this weekend for Major League Baseball. They're playing a ball game at Bristol Motor Speedway. They're calling it, what are they calling it here? I'll get to that. I forgot. They've got a cute nickname for it. But they've already sold 85,000 tickets. Here it is, the MLB Speedway Classic. It's going to be a baseball game at the Speedway between the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves. So they're looking for this to break Major League Baseball's single-game attendance record. It's going to be on television Saturday night. It's the first ever big league game played in the state of Tennessee, if that does anything for you. But they're going to break the all-time record for most live human beings at a big league baseball game.
That's pretty cool. But it'd also be funny if only like 100 people showed up.
They got the right 2 teams if they're playing in Tennessee, because those 2 teams will draw fans from Atlanta and Cincinnati to go there.
Well, yeah, if it was Seattle and San Diego, that wouldn't make a hell.
It's a big place.
Yeah, the setup looks cool. Not a lot of good vantage points, though.
No?
Going to be some tough sight lines in that thing, but it was cool to be there and say you were there.
It's like the hockey games inside the football stadium.
Exactly.
There's not a lot of great lines.
Silly. Banana Ball is getting more and more popular. The Savannah Bananas Baseball Club will have 19 of their games aired on True TV this summer and fall, okay? So you can find them on True TV. They've been playing games on ESPN, but now they've signed a deal with True TV and this and that, and they're going to be playing at all the big league ballparks. They're going to the White Sox Park and the Padres and Yankee Stadium in Seattle and Houston.
I want to go to one so bad. One day.
I see more and more young people walking around wearing Savannah Bananas merchandise, jerseys and T-shirts and stuff.
They had a game. I was at a restaurant on Sunday, and they were watching it. The restaurant had it on.
Oh, they had it on TV? Nice.
That's the first time I'd seen that at a place like that.
Yeah, the kids love it.
The young people.
And if it gets them into baseball, all the better.
The young people. All right, on to football now. We don't give two pumps, but the players themselves jack to this. Vikings wide receiver Justin Jefferson is once again ranked in the 99 club for this year's Madden video game. They touch themselves to this stuff. They do.
No, it is crazy. I watched that documentary about the history of Madden football that came out on Amazon Prime last year. And they were talking about the people that make the game. They get approached by agents saying, hey, my client wants to take you out to dinner, wants to, you basically just try to bribe them to get them to give them a higher rating because it's big-time bragging rights in the league.
Yeah, what is this? Someone texting in to say the Savannah Bananas are in town this weekend? What are they talking about? Anyone know?
What?
Well, I thought we looked it up, and it's not the actual Savannah Bananas.
It's like the party animals, kind of like the backup.
Oh, yeah. So the Washington Generals are coming to town.
Essentially, yeah. They play the same style of things and do the similar gimmicks, but it's not like the main Bananas.
Okay. That'd still be fun to go
Where
to.
are they playing?
CHS.
Against who?
They have, again, like a Washington Generals type team that they play against.
So there's another gimmicky baseball team.
I believe so.
They're not playing like Waconia High School or something like that?
That'd be cool, though.
So the party animals.
I believe that's what they're called.
The team that always plays the Bananas, they're coming to town. Well, I'm sure they'll be fun, too.
Yeah.
All right, so if you get a 99 ranking on or in the John Madden video game, you are looked at as holier than thou. So, like someone was just explaining, Dana was just explaining, the players love this. They take this very seriously. So, Justin Jefferson has been bestowed that great honor. Here's the silliest trivia question I'll ask maybe all year. Randy Shaver, Brad Ryder, can you name the only 3 other Vikings players to have earned a 99 overall rating on the Madden video game?
Randy Moss.
No!
Wow.
I'll give you hints.
Adrian Peterson.
Yes, the aforementioned Adrian Beatyerson is... the other 2, one of them was in 1999, and the other one was in 2011.
Well,
one was an offensive lineman, the other one was a defensive lineman.
Oh, John Randall?
No. One is an offensive.
McDaniel?
Randall McDaniel.
Wow. Do you know that Randall McDaniel, of all the offensive linemen that have ever played in the NFL, he holds the record as the fastest 100-meter runner of all the offensive linemen ever to play in the NFL.
What did it take him, 3 or 4 days?
Randall McDaniel ran 10.6 in high school.
I don't know what that means.
10.6 in the 100 meters. That's pretty damn fast.
Well, he was a great athlete. Great athlete.
Yeah, he was.
So the defensive lineman must have been the 2011, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Jared Allen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is he going into the Hall of Fame, or he already did, or something?
He is.
Yeah, in like a week.
Overrated. Oh, sorry.
You actually scared me for a second. I was like, oh, no. Here we go.
August.
Overrated.
I did a little looking into the Party Animals game at CHS Field. They're playing the Texas Tailgaters. You want to talk about a rivalry?
F me.
Party Animals and Texas Tailgaters. Yeah, you throw the record book out the window. And if you want to go, I hope you have a lot of money. Tickets are very expensive on StubHub to get into this thing.
Well, I'll just watch it on the CW or whatever. The other NFL players with a 99 ranking going into this year's version of the Madden video game are Philadelphia.
Jamar Chase.
Huh?
Jamar Chase, for sure.
Well, you want to try to guess these two? Yeah, Jamar Chase.
I think is there 15 of them?
Oh, no, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them.
Oh, 6 of them. Okay.
I'll give you just hang on. Let me give you the boring ones that you won't care about. Philadelphia Eagles tackle Lane Johnson. Who cares? Even though that is my favorite football team. Cleveland Browns defensive end Myles Garrett. Okay, go ahead. Try to name the other players who are...
Saquon?
Saquon Barkley of my favorite Philadelphia Eagles. You mentioned Jamar Chase from the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep. Bijan Robinson?
Never heard of him. The other two are quarterbacks.
Oh. Josh Allen.
Josh Allen.
Say, don't make me angry, boys.
From the Buffalo.
Lamar Jackson.
That's right. No Patrick Mahomes because he was embarrassed by my Eagles. By the way, 8 days, 8 hours, 27 minutes, and 5 seconds until Jamar. What's his name again? Jalen Hurts' birthday.
Hurts.
What day is his birthday, by the way?
I don't know. It's
I know
8 days, 8 hours, 26 minutes, and 56
next Thursday.
seconds.
First week of August.
Oh,
The
August.
7th.
Okay. Then he doesn't share a birthday with me. He's close, though.
When's your birthday again?
Oh, he just needed to slide that in there.
Mind. No, never mind. Never mind.
Well, you got a birthday coming up, Brad?
I might.
What do you want for your birthday?
Boy, I'll get back to you on that. Let me make a list.
I could maybe have a baby for you if you want that.
That would be cool.
We could go rummage around and maybe find some sex toys that are left over from back in the day.
No, that's okay.
That's the weirdest idea I've heard all day, Ashley.
It's next week. I'll put it that way.
I know when it is.
Oh, my
It's
God.
next
Well,
Tuesday.
if you're on Facebook, you know. Yeah.
Josh,
I'm
try,
not on Facebook.
Josh, try saying that to a lady at a bar. So, your birthday's coming up, huh? And the lady says, yeah. Well, maybe I could have a baby for you. See how
That's
fast
been said.
maybe see how fast the cuffs are put on.
I share a birthday with Anthony Edwards, so I just kind of gave it away.
The Ant-Man
cool.
and the Can't-Man
Do you guys get together each year?
share
or-
the same birthday.
This is an interesting idea. Somebody suggests we do a contest to figure out what day Ashley has the baby.
Okay.
Maybe we could do something like that. Work that out.
I'm going to say Friday.
This
This Friday?
Yeah.
That was my prediction.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm saying this Friday. I'll start. $100 a person.
I'm going to say the baby would want to show up next Tuesday, but Ashley wouldn't want it to share a birthday with Brad. So I'll say next Wednesday.
She holds on to it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Monday because the stress of the weekend is going to build and build and build, and it's going to happen Monday.
Okay.
Dana, go ahead.
4 is my favorite number.
I'll say this Saturday.
All right, well, what's the winner? Randy, do you guess yet?
Well, you know, it's going to be a beautiful child and heavenly to all, so I'll say Sunday.
All right.
I love that.
All right, so what does the winner get? $100?
You get a
naming
name
rights.
the baby.
Naming rights.
No, really. Let's make this interesting.
We get to name the baby has to. It'll be the baby's middle name. So if it's Nick, yeah,
Yeah.
then the baby's middle name has to be
the middle name. That's big. That's big.
We already have a middle name picked out, so that's not going
Not
to work.
anymore, you don't.
Add a second middle name. Some people
But
have two middle names.
Bob Costas did that. Look what Bob Costas did with his child. He named it such and such, Kirby Pocket such and such.
Right. Hey, by the way, now that we're betting,
names.
Nick would be a beautiful middle name. Now that we're betting, Dana's wife never took us to Applebee's.
Yeah, no, nobody pays up on bets around here.
Oh, the NCAA tournament. I forgot about that.
When the hell is your wife going to take us to Applebee's?
Nick really wants Applebee's lately, too.
Yeah, you've been on an Applebee's kick, man.
From our NCAA basketball tournament. Josh, did she take you to Applebee's?
Nope.
She didn't take any of us to Applebee's.
I hope she takes Dana to Chili's, though.
That's low, man.
Because she proves that she sucks at calling basketball games.
I completely forgot about that because it did kind of coincide with the big life event for the two of us, so it did kind of get lost in the shuffle.
She'll drop off Dana at Chili's and then go with us to Applebee's.
Oh, here's a good advice from financial advisor Jesus, and who else would you take money advice from? The losers pay Ashley so the baby gets the money. There you go, beginning to a college fund.
Yeah, so we've all made our prediction. Are we in agreement? $100 each?
Yeah.
Sure.
All right.
And we'll just give it to Ashley.
Wait, I missed that part.
It sounded like you were totally in agreement with that idea.
I hate myself. You mean like just a small portion of the proceeds go to the baby?
That's not really a bet if only the winner doesn't have to pay.
If I win $100, I'll give Ashley 10. Put that towards the baby.
Well, no, the losers pay Ashley.
Oh, well, so when I win, I don't get any money.
No, yeah, you would.
No, we're not doing that.
You want the money.
If Ashley needs money for her child along the way, I'll write her a check now and again.
Thank you.
But this is about real money for the winner. $100 each.
I agree with Nick.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. This is a good idea. They don't have a name attached to their number, but they said the winner could be the Godfather.
Oh,
that's kind of like, I don't know, for you, Nick, I don't know if that would be really considered a win, because then if something happens to me, then you have to take care of a kid.
Well, not legally speaking. I've never been a Godfather before. That sounds like something that I might be interested in.
You son of a bitch. Hey, say that again.
Oh, no, he's showing me a photo of my godson. And he looks emaciated and sad.
That's just the bitnies.
I am sorry, godson. I love you. I'm sorry.
Did you see Ashley?
I love you.
Such a cute picture.
All right, so a bet's a bet. Too late. $100 to the winner. Whoever guesses Ashley's due date.
Did anybody write these down, by the way?
I did.
Yeah, okay.
What do we got again?
What good does that do? We wrote down Dana's wife's bet, too, and it never happened.
Hey, I wrote this one down, though. So Nick, his guess is this Friday the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
Dana is guessing the 2nd.
This second?
The second.
The second.
So the 2nd of August.
Saturday, right?
Yep. And then Randy guessed the 3rd, which is Sunday.
Okay.
Brad said the 4th, Monday. Josh, he's going with Wednesday the 6th.
All right. Speaking of
Nobody
children.
took my birthday, so that's when it'll happen.
Out of respect. Out of respect.
Real quick before we go, because this is perfect timing. This has come up before. Speaking of children, Joe Flacco has terrible children. And if I were him, they're living on the streets until they show me some effing respect. A video turned up recently of Flacco and his boys. I think he's got 2 or 3 sons. They're out on a ballpark playing some baseball, and there's a reporter out there, and she's mic'd up, hanging out with Joe Flacco and his kids. And in the video, the reporter is asking the kids why they're not impressed by their dad's career. Now, this has come up before, where Joe Flacco has had his kids all in the room ganging up on him, telling him that he sucks. And he has to say, I won a Super Bowl, right? Mm-hmm. And they say, yeah, whatever. So, again, here's more evidence of the terrible children that he created. So this reporter is asking the kids why they're not impressed. She mentions his Super Bowl victory and this and that. She asks the kids why they aren't impressed, and one of them says, he's a backup.
Well, are you ever impressed? Like, do you watch America's game, like the old Super Bowls or anything, and say, wow, I can't believe my dad did that? No. Never? You've never seen anything impressive?
Nope.
Not like...
I'm not impressed. He stinks.
Well, what? Excuse me, hold on. What would your dad have to do to not stink?
Win another Super Bowl.
Win another Super Bowl. That's it. That's where the bar is.
And there's one other segment in there where they say, the kid shrugs his shoulder and says, he's a backup. And Joe just sits there taking it.
Yeah.
Get out the damn belt. I think it's time.
Josh, could you relate when you watched that video? Because I know you get roasted by your kids quite a lot.
Oh, yeah, I felt that. Mm-hmm. What do they say on the internet? I feel seen?
Yeah.
That's how it was.
Mm-hmm. Randy and Brad, are you guys respected by your children?
Sure.
Think so.
Yeah.
That's convincing.
Well, I hope so.
I'm well respected by my daughter right now because she's still in college.
She still needs that money.
Yeah.
She respects the checks that that's her way.
Right.
Yes.
She respects the 18 years we socked money away for her before she started college.
Yes.
All right. I root for Joe Flacco. I like the guy. He's 56 years old, whatever, still playing in the
Seems
NFL.
very likable.
I wish his kids wouldn't.
They're so mean.
Give him something. Give Dad something.
That's going to be such an interesting quarterback situation in Cleveland. Of all they got so many different ways to go. Maybe none of the choices are great, but they've got all these different personalities, and it's going to be fascinating to see how that all shakes out.
Well, they never should have got rid of
Sanders and Flacco.
Never should have got rid of Jameis Winston. That guy's the real deal. We got to get going, Randy Shaver and Brad Ryder, but thanks for everything. Good luck on your baby prediction, although I feel like I got it nailed Friday. Before the end of the week, we're going to have a baby here on the floor at the 93X studio.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want this over
get this done.
Yes.
I want it over with, too. I do. I'm burned out on this gimmick at this point. I want it over. See you guys later.
Okay.
We'll be back in a few minutes on the program.
The 93X Half-Assed Morning Show. 93.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Ass Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.
Mic Drop, hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ridlin. It's raw.
Any single time that you left the wire, you could lose 4 guys.
It's unfiltered.
That was the most horrible screaming I'd ever heard. Taking a hit on the chin, you want to pay it back?
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
Would I choose to not do our duty as military fighting men? No, I would not make that decision, without question.
Mic Drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
The Half-Assed Morning Show.
Minnesota's
93
Yeah. Shouting back and forth, for Christ's sake. We're all in the same room. The Half-Assed Morning Show has returned, and we appreciate you very much. Oh, it's 8:36. Ashley, I understand you went to the wrong motion picture yesterday, huh?
Yep. Yeah, that was.
Can you explain
that
this to
was stupid.
us? What happened?
Well, as you guys know, my power went out.
Power went out.
So I didn't want to go home because I didn't want to be hot.
Home. Didn't want to be hot. Josh, are you following this so far?
You can't do that.
I shouldn't do that.
Can I continue, Nick?
Oh.
Can she continue? Oh, wait. Now I did.
But yeah, so I went and bought a ticket to see I Know What You Did Last Summer. It's the new, it's like the redo of that old movie or whatever. And
sure.
As I'm sitting in the movie theater, I realized it was kind of taking like longer than usual for the movie to start. And I thought, oh, it must just be like hot on previews. And then next thing I know, it says Marvel. I was like, wait a minute.
You walked into the wrong theater at one of these multiplex deals with a dozen different rooms.
Dude, I sat in there for an hour.
What do you mean? An hour waiting for the movie to begin?
Yeah, so I got there. So the movie that I was intended to see, it was supposed to start at like 11:30, but they say, oh, the movie doesn't start for usually like 30 minutes after the showtime.
An hour?
And so I wasn't really paying attention because I was sitting there eating my snacks, just vibing. And yeah, then Marvel comes up on the screen, and I thought, oh, this is the Fantastic Four movie. I'm just gonna stay here.
Well, we've already missed an hour of whatever they did last summer. Yeah, you're gonna stay there. Yeah.
I felt so dumb. And the funny thing is when you pick your seat on the map, you can kind of see what the theater layout is. And when I walked in, I thought, seems like there's like an extra row of seats in here. But it was so dead that it's kind of like, pick whatever seat you want kind of vibe.
All right, well then
Why
I guess
is Mr. Fantastic playing the role of Jennifer Love Hewitt in this movie? It makes no sense.
And they even had, what really confused me is that usually if you're going to see a scary movie, they will have horror movie trailers beforehand.
Right. Yeah.
And there was a couple of those. So I thought, oh yeah, no, this is the right movie for sure.
Well, how was it?
It was actually really good.
I've heard good things.
It was a great movie.
The Fantastic Four Attack America, whatever it's called. You enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Right,
but I mean, now I got to go back and see the other one.
How about this? Anybody, listeners too, of course. You ever go ahead and get in the wrong car?
No, but I've seen my wife attempt to do it twice, which I find very funny.
I've gotten close.
I did it once. I was very drunk. And the look that I got from the car owner, I was a passenger. I didn't mean to scare anybody. I was a passenger. You know, one of these deals where we're on our way home from a drinking party, stopped at a gas station. My sober driver was pumping gas or something. I went into the gas station to get a water. And I came out and I got in the wrong car. And the look on the face of that car owner, I will never forget. Just pure 100% confusion as to why I placed my carcass in their motor vehicle.
I'd be absolutely terrified if I was that person.
How similar was it to the vehicle?
They were very similar. They were.
Though both times with my wife, it was the same color, completely wrong make and model and everything.
Oh, wow. So she only had the color correct.
That's it.
What are we talking, like a pickup versus versus a what?
They were all pickups.
They were all
but
pickups.
just completely different.
Okay. I thought maybe, it was...
One time I told her, I'm like, hey, just let me know how that goes as I walk to the correct vehicle. There's a family inside she didn't notice.
What a dork.
She gets kind of oblivious to what's going on in the world sometimes.
I get the same way. I do.
They say, Josh, that is because she's with you, so she trusts you to kind of observe the surroundings. So she puts all her trust in you. That's a good thing.
Okay, that's an interesting point because literally if I ever wanted to take her out, all I have to do is start crossing the street because she never looks. She just thinks, well, if he goes, it's probably fine.
Yeah.
Just lead her into traffic.
Just go right into it.
You ever sent a text to the wrong person?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine was really bad, too.
Tell me the dramatics.
It wasn't a text per se. It was a Snapchat, which is so much worse because you can't stop it. You can't stop it at all. And it was a inappropriate picture of my chest region.
Okay.
And I accidentally sent it to my nephew.
Oh, I remember you telling us that.
Yeah. Oh, and
your nephew saw your boobies.
It was so bad because on Snapchat, you can't, if you send a picture and then a text afterwards, you have to click it and see the picture first. And so I was frantically, messaging him on Snapchat, don't open. I was like, that's not going to work. So then I had to text him and say, do not open that.
How old was your nephew?
I think middle school age.
Oh, he screenshot that, sent it to all his buddies.
That's a terrible age for that.
It's so bad.
So you know for sure that he received the picture?
Yes.
Does he look at you different ever since?
No, we've never brought it up after.
Well, I'm not talking about conversation. I'm talking about the looks that he gives you.
No.
So he's
Wait, so you never once talked about it?
Never once.
He's covering it well.
Is there a chance? So is Snapchat the one where it disappears?
Yes.
So is there a chance he didn't see it?
Maybe, but what middle schooler, especially if you're texting them in all caps saying, do not open that picture you just got.
He's going to look at it.
They're going to look.
I would have opened it, yeah.
Yeah.
I had a buddy actually did something similar on Snapchat. He was sending some back and forth bracy messages with the gal he was seeing. But then he actually sent a D photo. He tried to send it to her. He posted to his story. So that means anybody could see it. Thankfully, a friend caught it quickly and texted him. It's like, dude, you got to delete that. And he goes and quickly deletes it. He said 5 people saw it because you can see how many. He didn't look, and he goes, I don't want to know what 5 people saw it. I don't want to ever know.
I want to know.
I hope I never find out.
Yeah, that would make
definitely
sense.
want to know.
Keep them anonymous.
Yeah.
Josh, any dramatics with sending a text to the wrong person?
No, just kind of awkward because it was basically like maybe, hey, have you heard from so-and-so? And I texted so-and-so because they were in my mind, right?
So they probably thought you were just playing a joke on them.
Yeah, nothing bad.
You were part of the worst wrong text that I ever sent.
Yeah, that was bad.
This was a number of years ago. That we had a coworker that we both were having real trouble with. And Josh and I were texting back and forth about this coworker and discussing what should be done with him. And I really let it all hang out. With my final message to Josh, I let it all hang out and said, hey, look, we got to stop wasting our time going back and forth about this guy. He's got to go. I listed everything that I disliked about not only the guy personally, but professionally. And I said, we can talk about it tomorrow. Again, one more time, Josh and I. But I said, I vote he goes now. And on like that. And then I did not send it to Josh. I sent it to the guy we were discussing. Now, the good news was there was none of what I said to Josh about this other guy was a secret, and I stood behind everything that I said. So then I get a text back from the accidental receiver of this text, and I don't remember, he came off all pissy like, I guess I know how you really feel about. I know you intended to send this to Josh, and I just texted back. I said, there's nothing in that text message that I wouldn't say to your face. Let's have a conversation tomorrow. And I think the guy knew that everything that I was saying in that message was true. Oh. He really couldn't argue any of the points that I was making in that text. So there wasn't really any rage between the two of us the next day because he knew. I think he knew how I felt about him, and he knew that everything that I said was true. But that was one of those where when you hit send, I felt it.
Yep.
I felt it down to my toes, and I said, oh, God, here we go.
Buckle up.
Oh, yeah. I mean, shoot, like I said, even what I did, I just felt kind of stupid. I can't imagine saying something bad about someone or talking trash about
And Josh, I think I eventually sent you the message, too. I lit this guy up good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, one of the better ones I'd seen.
You ever call a lover by the wrong name?
No.
A lover.
I've been called the wrong name.
In the heat of passion?
Yes. Yeah, and it sucks because I really liked that name, actually, as a potential baby name one day, and it kind of ruined it for me.
So your lover, your partner, in the throes of passion, called you by the wrong name, and you thought to yourself, well, at least it's a name that I like?
No,
I'm misunderstanding.
He ruined the name for me.
Oh, he ruined the name.
Yes.
Did you know who he was referring to?
Yeah, one of his ex-girlfriends, I guess he said. The name Alex. And then I let it go. I was like, it happens. We were drinking. And then the next time we hung out, it happened again and again.
One time it happened, as Josh would put it, in the throes of passion. The next time he did it was just in casual conversation.
Yeah. It was like in front of a bunch of people, too. I remember he was like, I was getting food or something, and he's like, Alex, hey, Alex. And finally I turned around and I was like, really, bro? You're talking to me?
Three times in a row?
Yeah, and like the people knew him and knew that was his ex, and they were like, oh, no.
I call you the wrong name sometimes. Not in the throes of passion, quite obviously, but I feel bad about that.
Oh, no, I don't mind.
Can I just say real quick? You guys know I'm a sexual dynamo.
Yeah.
I'm a very sexual person, very experienced in many ways. I just exude sex. I've never once been on either side of the calling the name out in the middle of it.
Okay.
How do you do that? Lady friend.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so
what it is?
You're asking how you make that mistake? Or
no, how do you, I mean, why do you do that? Like,
why are we calling each other by names?
Yeah.
I don't know.
It adds something, for sure.
I don't know. I guess I don't know how often I've really used proper names back and forth in the throes of passion.
I'd feel weird about it, like, I'm really giving it to you, Sarah. Boy, am I giving you quite the rogering.
I have a lack of experience, I guess, in using proper names in that situation. The one time that I called a lover by the wrong name, it was in an argument. What made it worse is we were arguing about my ex-girlfriend, and I called her by that ex-girlfriend's name when we were arguing about her. Do you follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, if you were talking about her, I can see why it'd be top of mind.
My husband did that to me when we first started dating, and it was like our first ever argument, and he called me by his ex-girlfriend's name, and it just went dead quiet in that vehicle.
Now, the good news for me, there was a look of pure rage in the eyes of my girlfriend when I called her by my ex-girlfriend's name while we were arguing about my ex-girlfriend. There was a look of pure rage, but the good news was this girlfriend of mine, had a wonderful sense of humor. She had a great sense of humor, and it didn't take long before we were both laughing about it, and she understood it was an easy mistake to make, and we got over it very quickly.
My husband was very smart. He said, well, I did that because me and her would argue all the time.
Well, that makes sense.
And I was like, oh, yeah.
And by the way, I don't. You stated that as if he pulled that out of his ass like an excuse, a brilliant excuse to get out of trouble. I think that's a valid statement.
Yeah,
if he always argued with his ex-girlfriend, then that's probably why he hollered her name when he was arguing with you.
And then I didn't want to argue anymore because I was like, I don't want to be like her. Oh.
You ever end up like the dude in the Dangerous Toys song, Teasin' Pleasin', where you say, man, I think I got the wrong house. You ever walk into the wrong house?
I have knocked on the door of the wrong house. I'm not proud of this. This was a drunken moment.
Is Gary here?
It was across the street at like 2 a.m. from a house that I went to probably 2 times a week. That was stupid.
Gary was across the street.
Gary was across the street. This person, I don't know who it was.
All right, we got to go. I didn't notice the time there. We got to go, but I encourage Ashley, Dana, and Josh to look up this text message that was sent to us a few minutes ago. It says, "Hey, Nick, today is my Thursday. 4-day work week, don't you know?"
Sweet.
Then he wraps up the text by saying, "Well, here's a picture of my new puppy, Kevin." So when you get a minute, look at Too Old to Be Stoned at Work. Jesus, look at the picture of his new puppy, Kevin. Mistakes happen. Nobody bats 1,000. Ashley went to the wrong movie yesterday. She meant to go sit down and see I Heard the Deal about what you were involved in last summer, but instead she sat down in the wrong theater and she had to watch the Fantastic Four Attack America.
That does remind me real quick. I want to give a shout out to the person at the front that was selling the tickets because I didn't catch his name, but he listens to our program every day.
What?
Oh,
yes.
thank you.
So what's up, dude?
Air day?
Yeah, he's probably laughing so hard at the fact that I went to the wrong movie.
Yeah,
I'm
listens
like,
to the theater, or listens to the program every day, but didn't be like, "Hey, you're going to the wrong theater there, Ashley."
He was busy.
So we got to talking about, you ever get in the wrong car? You ever sent a text to the wrong person? You ever call a lover by the wrong name? Here's a couple texts that showed up. One listener says it's always awkward when you deliver a pizza to the wrong house.
I'll bet. I mean, I'm sure whoever answers the door is not bummed out.
No. Especially if it's already paid for. Oh, yeah, no, I did order this. Sure, thank you.
Standing there with a big, delicious pie in your hand, you know, they answer the door looking all confused, and you realize, oh, Christ, I got the wrong house. Now, as far as the wrong number, the wrong telephone number, you send a text to the wrong person. One of our listeners texted in to say, years ago, my now ex-wife sent me a text, and it simply said, "See? He really loves me." That's the text he received from his wife. She meant to send that to the guy that she was cheating on me with.
Oh, man. Sorry to hear that.
How do you cover that up? Where do you go from there?
You ever accuse the wrong person of something terrible? You go after somebody, and you were dead wrong.
No.
I can't think of a time I have. I'd imagine that would stand out.
Yeah, I imagine that would stand the hell out. Yeah, that's a tough one. A listener sent that in. You ever accused the wrong person of something terrible?
Did they have an example of?
No, they didn't continue on. I guess they expected us to have something to say, being radio professionals, and we ain't got dick for you.
Well, that was a very specific
It's a specific
situation.
question. Just curious if you guys had any stories. And now everyone's sending us pictures of their dogs. It's funny how that works around here. And we appreciate it, don't get me wrong. A listener sent in a picture of their new puppy, Kevin, and we fell all over ourselves over Kevin.
I blamed somebody, but it just came to me.
Oh.
I blamed the wrong person for a bodily function.
Oh.
Where I thought for sure they were responsible, but then somebody else said, no, actually, that was me.
It wasn't the wife.
Yeah, so it was that's the closest I can come up with.
Okay. Well, we appreciate it. Bye, Dan. What? So it wasn't your wife. Who was it?
I thought it was my wife, but it was my son.
Oh, come on. Someone sent us a picture of their new Springer Spaniel puppy. He goes by the name of Banks.
I like that name.
No, it's terrible. It's a terrible name. The dog is still young enough to where you can change that name.
You know they're going to start calling it Banksy.
The dog is still young enough. He probably doesn't understand yet. You have to change that name.
He's so cute. His paws are huge.
Springer Spaniel. Well, you think that's a cute dog or something?
Oh, yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. They're very cute. I had two of them in my lifetime, one of them being Megan Marie, the best girl in the whole world. You had a Springer Spaniel at one point?
Very briefly, unfortunately.
What does that mean? He got run over?
Yeah. Hit by a truck. That was on my ill-fated sleepaway camp where somebody stole my underwear. I slept on a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I accidentally touched a camp counselor's butt. It was a bad trip.
And then you came home and your dog had been run over?
Yeah, my dad pulled over, and he said, hey, I got some bad news. The dog's dead. And I had maybe a week with that dog before that happened.
God. The worst weekend of your life, you're like, I just want to go home and see my puppy. At least I have that. At least the puppy will be at home waiting for me.
That's exactly how I thought. But my dad did take me to Embers, and we never went out to eat, so that was kind of cool.
That rules.
I got some bad news, and Cubby's saying, come on, divorce. Come on, divorce. What? My dog is dead. All right, we got to get the hell out of here.
Pig sticker bass fisherman Jesus texted in with some great news. His brother Andrew is finally able to come home from the hospital today. 2 months he had to be in the hospital from a bad motorcycle accident. We were very glad to hear that this morning. Happy 18th birthday to Katie, going to college at River Falls this fall. From Dad, I would do it again, Jesus. And happy 34th to Cubby Young Bladder.
Hey, podcast pals. It's Dana from the Half-Assed Morning Show. As always, we appreciate you checking on the podcast, and it's all brought to you by our friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. The July heat means it's officially swass and crotch soup season. Gross! It also means our AC units are being put to the test. I recently went through an issue myself, and I was so happy to have my friends at Standard Heating and Air Conditioning in my corner. They gave me real options, didn't make me feel like a dummy for not knowing a single thing about HVAC systems, and let me choose what worked best for my home and my budget. No pressure, just comfort my way. Enjoy the show, thanks for listening, and stay cool this summer with Standard.